Twitter, right? So please engage these posts, comment, like, share, follow, subscribe, and you can enjoy some exclusive video content from Channel One TV on TikTok as well. Our guests will be joining us soon, and then we'll go straight into the conversations, and then Philip and Chris Carter will take over from me when I'm done with the news review segment. So please stay with us throughout the entire show. But of course, at best, stay with us on Channel One TV throughout the entire day. Alrighty. Now, let's say thank you to everyone that contributed, that donated towards the Easter Orphan Project. We appreciate you guys so much. And we'd like to say thank you and thank you and thank you. So the thing with the Easter Orphan Project is that now we've elevated it, we've improved it, we've extended it. And so it goes beyond just visiting orphanages across the country. All right. So we want to appreciate you for your support and your contributions towards the project and all that you gave. We pray that the good Lord will himself bless you. Now we've extended the Easter Orphan Project even to the prisons, and the project has been expanded to include prisons, orphanages, and rehabilitation centers across the country, which gives us an opportunity to reach a broader segment of vulnerable populations. So this year, the outreach saw a visit to the Osam Krom camp prisons in the central region. And here we spent the day with the inmates and the management of the facility. We ate with them, we drank with them, we danced with them. And they did their own, rap competition, rap battle. Charlie, the guys get talent. What? Yeah. But when it was all said and done, we made some donations to them, presented items valued in the region of around 150,000 Ghana cedis to the facility. And I must say that they have actually written to us, itemized the things we brought to them, and expressed their gratitude to you, the viewers and the listeners on 97.3 City FM for your contributions. We only facilitated it, but you guys donated. You guys are the real MVPs, okay, in all of this. So I want to say thank you to you again, and ask that the good Lord himself will continue to bless you and to replenish your stock. Whatever you gave, may you receive in 1,000-fold. God bless you, and God bless you. Now, let's also remind you that we are still in the month of April, and we're praying, okay? It's a season of prayer. So we've called it Seasons of Prayer. We get to pray every weekday in the month of April. So from the 1st to the 30th, we're praying. We're seeking the face of God for the country. We're praying for our families. We're praying for our jobs, our businesses, our organizations. We're praying for our friends. We're praying for safety on our roads. We're praying for security for our country. We're praying for prosperity for our country. We're praying for wisdom, nyansa for our leaders, so that they can lead this country and lead it properly. You understand? So please join us as we have the Seasons of Prayer here on this 97.3 City FM, but of course it will be live on Facebook, and so you're able to join us with the handle City973 on Facebook. If you go to Instagram, it's at City973FM, and on X at City973. We'll be streaming the prayer sessions live. We'll have 3 prayer sessions per day. All right. So we'll have the Midnight Cry. That's 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. 1 hour session. 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Join us for the Midnight Cry if you're able to, and let us pray together. Then we have This Is Your Day, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. So from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. on radio, 97.3 City FM, we're praying. Okay? That's the This Is Your Day. And then we'll bring you the prayer encounter at midday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Another 1 hour of prayer. Okay? So come join us on Facebook at City973. Let us pray for families, widows, orphans, our children. Let's commit their future into the hands of their Lord. All right? And let's pray together that the good Lord himself will continue to bless us as we strive on a daily basis. So join us for Seasons of Prayer. If you need more information, please call 0244 981112. 0244 981112 if you need more information on the Seasons of Prayer. It's happening on 97.3 City FM and it's streaming live on Facebook at City 973. We're on X at City 973 and on Instagram at City 973 FM. Now, all this prayer, when it's all said and done, we'll entreat you to join us as we congregate as a family for a consecration. It's a consecrated family session, okay? So we call it the Family Consecration Service. It's happening at the Oil Dome of Royal House Chapel here in Accra. 6 hours of intense prayer. 6 hours of intense prayer. We believe in the power of the Almighty, the omnipotent, the omnipresent, and so we do not leave out the God factor in anything that we do. And you all know that City FM is a family radio station, and so we like to congregate, we like to assemble, we like to gather as a family and lift up prayer to the Lord so his blessings will come down upon all of us. So join us at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel here in Accra on Friday, the 1st of May, 2026. And let us pray. Let us go into 6 hours of intense prayer. And let's commit our families into the hands of the Lord. Let's ask that the good Lord himself will spread forth his wings of healing, his wings of blessing, his wings of protection, and surround us, okay? Scoop us under those wings and protect, guide, guard, and bless us the rest of our days on this beautiful earth. So come, let us pray together at the Family Consecration Service, Friday, the 1st of May, 2026, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. And like I said, it will be 6 hours of intense prayer, 6 hours of deliverance, 6 hours of miracles. And as you know, customary with the Family Consecration Service, some couples will get to renew their vows and express their love to each other. So let's see you there at the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, here in Accra, Friday, 1st May, 2026, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. And the Family Consecration Service is brought to you by your family radio station, 97.3 City FM, with support from Channel 1 Television. So the date is Friday, the 1st of May, 2026. The time is 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel here in Accra. See you there. Now, all right, we rolled out something interesting last week, okay? So on the 2nd of April, we began a wonderful series. We showed you episode 1 of the amazing series titled The Blangsons. This is a Channel 1 production, a Channel 1 TV original. And you guys have been sending us your feedback and we know you loved it. We know you enjoyed it. In fact, I've been receiving messages that when is the next episode showing? Well, the next episode is showing tonight at 7:30 p.m. right here on Channel 1 Television. You want to see what becomes of Uncle Bestie. You want to see how Kobe and his sister relates with him. You want to find out even how Mr. Blankson himself and Mrs. Blackson cope and accommodate Uncle Bestie. All right, join us at 7:30 tonight, right here on Channel 1 Television, and let's enjoy together. It's Uncle Bestie's chinchilla for me. Yeah, full bogayeyo, you understand? So yeah, if you want to enjoy some more bogayeyo moves on TV, it's the Blanksons on Channel 1 Television, 7:30 p.m. every Thursday evening. All right, so join us for the Blanks. And of course, we have the repeat slots there. So on Tuesdays, it's repeated at 3 p.m. On Fridays, the repeat is at 11:30 a.m. And on Sunday, when you're done with your mutio and you're chilling and relaxing at home, the repeat is at 4:30 p.m. All right, so don't miss an episode of the Blanksons. But if you do, you can always catch the repeat on Tuesdays at 3 p.m., on Fridays at 11:30 a.m., and on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. I want to say thank you to Nasco Electronics. Thank you to Lizzie Shito Hot Pepper Sauce. Thank you to Out Mosquito Coil. And thank you to Everpack. They are the sponsors of the Blanksons. So thank you to Nasco, thank you to Lizzie Shito, thank you to Out Mosquito Spray, thank you to Everpack. But please do remember that the Blanksons is a Channel 1 television production, a Channel 1 TV original, and it airs here only on Channel 1 TV on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Let's find out what happens in the home of the Blanksons tonight. So do make a date, don't miss out. All right? Great stuff. Now let's tell you about the Eat Ghana Rice campaign, the Eat Ghana Rice initiative. All we are saying is that Eat Ghana, build Ghana. Eat Ghana, build Ghana. Eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future. And when you do so, what you're doing is actually promoting the local economy. I keep saying that if you enter a supermarket and you pick a foreign product off the shelf, you're contributing to a foreign economy. You're actually paying the salary of a foreigner somewhere that you don't know. But when you purchase local products, when you buy made in Ghana rice and you eat made in Ghana rice, you are helping to sustain the livelihood of a local farmer. You're helping to grow and sustain the local economy, which you and I, of course, belong to. All right. So let's continue to push this initiative. Now they call it agenda. So yeah, let's continue with this agenda of eating Ghana and building Ghana. Let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. Taste the effort. Taste Ghana. Okay. The Eat Ghana, Build Ghana campaign or initiative is in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, the MasterCard Foundation, and the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Export Development Secretariat. So we want to say thank you to these organizations, Agri Impact Limited, the MasterCard Foundation, and the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Export Development Secretariat. Now for the kids, there's something amazing on television. So, I mean, the adults and the young adults will enjoy the Blanksons on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. and then on Saturdays at 12 noon. Okay, we have something for the kids as well. It's called the Wonder Space Show. All right, so all the stories have been activated, they've been dramatized, and you're living through the experience. So you get to learn while having fun. And that's what the Wonder Space Show is all about. So Miss Natalie will take you through the experience. You do site visits, you go on tours, you learn how to create, how to trigger your creativity, and of course, the experiences and the stories that will be shared on the show. So please do make a date with Miss Natalie on the Wonder Space Show right here on Channel 1 TV every Saturday at 12 noon. Okay? And enjoy the Wonder Space Show. So daddies, mummies, please have your kids by the television on Saturdays so they can enjoy and they can learn, they can play, and they can get some inspiration from the Wonder Space Show. All right. So do make a date. Make sure the kids are seated by the television on Saturdays to watch the Wonder Space Show. Thank you very much. Now let's get back into our news business and show you how you can have access to the news quite easily without any stress, no wahala, no libi, no laba. All right, go to the Google Play Store, download the Channel 1 News online app and install same on your device and you have access to the news. It is the news. It is the news because it is relevant, it is factual, it is timely, it is accurate. Okay? And of course, the updates are as regular as blinking your eyes. Okay? So go onto the Google Play Store, download the Channel 1 News online app, install on your device, and walk with us through the news. Okay? All right, that said, let's take you to the newspapers for today. All right, we're going to go into the papers for today. Let's see, where are we starting off with? Today we have soft copies of the papers. So Daily Guide is here. Well, I have a hard copy of the Daily Guide actually. So Daily Guide says Heath Goldfields and Trafigura seal 2.8 billion US dollar deal. I like the figures, so Charlie. When I hear and see figures like that, I'm excited. See, my future is bright. Heath Goldfields and Trafigura seal $2.8 billion deal. LGBTQ plus bill U10. Don't belittle our intelligence. Methodist Bishop to government. Reconstruct Terminal 2, not repurpose. Lawyer petitions Mahama. Odau Group pledges allegiance to Ochehene. Ufuriata released from ICE detention. So that's the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. Let's take a look at the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic says, Intercity Commercial Shuttle, Toyota Voxy, no. National Road Safety Commission is speaking there. So we know that the committee presented its report. Hey, Graphic, National Road Safety is an authority now. National Road Safety Authority, not commission. Yes, but a committee of the authority presented its report to management of the authority yesterday, and the Vox, they say it's not fit for long distance commercial travel. But the Voxy people too say they won't agree. So yeah, we'll look into it and bring you updates on this channel. So please stay with us in our subsequent news bulletins, news feed at midday, and then you have a major news bulletin, that's Channel 1 Newsroom at 8 p.m. So please do stay with us. We'll bring you updates. All right. Crude production hits 6-year low. PIAC calls for urgent investment plan. LBMA commends nation's responsible gold sourcing. Anti-Galamsey fight not stopgap crackdown. Minerals Commission Deputy CEO speaking there. Twyford tiles boost Ghana's industrial agenda as international demand grows. Okay, so that's the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let me bring you the Chronicle. The Chronicle newspaper says, Heath Goldfields strikes $2.8 billion deal with Trafigura. 700,000 ounces of gold ore to be sourced from Bogoso Pristia mine. Okay. Lawyer petitions Mahama to suspend Accra International Airport's Terminal 2 project, AIA's Terminal 2 project. And then you have Gomwa Easter Carnival, I beg your pardon. Gomwa Easter Carnival is about development, not just fun. And that's according to the Member of Parliament for the area. A plus is what we like to call him. Yeah. On our scripture for today is from the book of Proverbs, the chapter number 11, the verse numbered 18. A wicked person earns deceptive wages, but the one who sows righteousness reaps a sure reward. Oh, Chronicle. A wicked person earns deceptive wages, but the one who sows righteousness reaps a sure reward. Okay, so that's from the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 18. And it's captured on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. Well, let's get into some other papers. The New Republic says, Kent's rebel machine gears up to bury Bawumia. Movement accuses NPP infiltrators, targets Samira as curse. Bawumia will never be president. Hey, that's a lot. The New Republic. Kent's rebel machine gears up to bury Bawumia. Movement accuses NPP infiltrators, targets Samira as curse. Bawumia will never be president. Okay. Let's look at some other stories. GPRTU versus VIP fare war looms. High income voters flee NPP. NDC doubles its share. Okay. It comes with a picture of Musa Dankwa, so I don't know if this is another poll by Musa Dankwa or not, but okay. NPA moves to weed out cheap labor tanker drivers. And then you have minority demands sweeping reforms at Kwahu Forum, but critics ask, why didn't you act when you held power? Clocksack boss Bampo Ado busted. Caught drawing. Hey. Clocksack boss Bampo Ado busted. Caught drawing. So the elder, what is he doing there? Drawing salaries from 3 sources. Okay. Right, that makes more sense. Okay. Very well. Daybreak newspaper. Let's go into the Daybreak newspaper now. Oforiatta freed from ICE detention. Deportation trial begins April 27. UNFPA condoms locked at port as contraceptive crisis looms. Hey. NPP increases polling station coverage. A+ unveils bold vision as Gomoa Easter Carnival shines. So that's Daybreak newspaper. Let me bring you the Business and Financial Times, BNFT. Business and Financial Times. Bond market recovery leaves corporate issuers behind. Economic activity grows 7.5% in January. Republic Bank calls on local enterprises to scale with innovative financing. Domestically made Twyford tiles penetrates international markets. And then you have some other features in the Business and Financial Times. So walk to a newsstand near you and you can get copies of the various newspapers. But let me take you online. Let's see what's happening on channel1newsonline.com. Channel1newsonline.com also has the Heath Goldfields and Trafigura story. Heath Goldfields and Trafigura Inc. $2.8 billion Bogoso Prestia gold deal. A+, Kwame A+, strong local structure secured my 2024 victory. Again, he says, I knew I'd win as an independent candidate years ago. So he was speaking on the Point of View show with Bernard Avle right here on Channel 1 TV. So a number of stories from there. Let's move on. Ghana named first beneficiary of France Health Compact. We know the president was in France for the One Health Summit. Story from there. Ghana named first beneficiary of France Health Compact. Make asset declarations public. Bajra demands. Okay. Suspect arrested in Ajen Kotoku onion market shooting. That's according to the police. Low local cargo insurance driving capital flight. That's the Ghana Shippers Authority. This one says Northeast Gonja Assembly operating under trees. DCE reviews. Oh, the assembly is operating under trees. Hey, then the students are in trouble. If the whole assembly is operating under trees, then I wonder where the students will sit to learn. Lawyers confirm Oforiatta's release from ICE custody. National Road Safety Authority, NRSA, declares Toyota Voxy vehicles illegal for commercial transport. The Ken Oforiatta story here again. And then you have Ghana records 7.5% growth in January. And Ghana's crude oil output falls to 37.3 million barrels in 2025. That's according to PIAC. It's interesting. In 6 years, the thing has fallen to its lowest. Hey. All right. So I'm taking you to citynewsroom.com and they're leading with that story I just touched on. Why Ghana's oil production has declined for 6 straight years. Why Ghana's oil production has declined for 6 straight years. Investment gaps driving Ghana's 6-year oil production slump. That's according to Professor Korte. Heath Goldfields seals $2.8 billion Trafigura deal at Bogoso Prestia. Well-prepared independent candidates can beat NDC and MPP. That's according to Kwame A+. A+ again says Mahama's second term on track. NPP bars unverified online registrants from polling station elections. Sachet water producers agree to maintain prices. In the Ashanti region, 2 killed, 3 injured in the Buradekwano and a Sisiriwa clash. Okay, Frank Davis says Oforiatta released on bail. Transport operators oppose NRSA ban on Toyota Voxy vehicles. So go to citynewsroom.com or you can visit channel1newsonline.com and you can get the details of these stories there. I am Nanatufo Boateng. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. Stay with us. We'll return with the news review segment.
new beginning, a fresh opportunity to draw closer to God and to one another. This family month, your family radio station, 97.3 CDFM, invites you and your loved ones to something truly special. The 2026 Family Consecration Service, a sacred gathering where families come together in prayer, faith, and unity. It's a moment to dedicate your home to God's loving care, to seek His protection, His guidance, and His peace over every household. Come and experience divine connection as we pray for strength, restoration, unity, and direction for our families. Married couples will also have the opportunity to renew their vows, reaffirming love, commitment, and purpose. The date is Friday, the 1st of May, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, Accra. Bring your entire family and come expectant. And let's commit our homes into God's hands. 2026 Family Consecration Service is powered by 97.3 CDFM with support from Channel 1 TV, because the family that prays together stays together.
Calls me home in the power for Christ the solid.
On Footprints this Friday, we sit down with Dr. Ninaku Queno, the Ghanaian scientist and engineer widely recognized as the father of the internet in Africa. He takes us through his educational journey and shares how he helped expand and shape the growth of the internet across the continent.
A level, you had physics A, mathematics A,
Yes, please.
applied maths A,
Yes.
and then chemistry B.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, really, the person who helped a lot was more like Rollins than many people.
Rollins?
Yeah.
With policy direction.
Policy direction, meaning that he said, and Mr. Pepra was the minister then, and he said, this is value-added service.
Yeah.
So while we are going to change the regulation, you can still proceed.
What do you make of generative AI and the way it's invaded every space?
Oh, me, I think it's good and healthy.
It's good.
It's good. It's supposed to be disruptive. The internet was disruptive,
Yeah.
but people found their way, isn't it?
That's correct.
So this one too will be disruptive.
Yeah.
The things which can best be done by AI will be done by AI. There's another element coming after the AI,
Wow.
which has to do with being able to solve certain kinds of problems much quicker
Wow.
than we could solve them today.
So beyond AI, there's quantum.
There's quantum computing and
Quantum
communication.
computing is coming. So if
It's
you
coming.
thought that AI was an explosion, wait till you hear about.
In fact, AI needs quantum.
Footprints airs on Fridays at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Wow, this is 1998. I can't believe I'm turning 50. When I look back, all that I can remember is all I've been given: life, friendships, family, and dedicated fans. And I still have a seat in a beautiful industry, enjoying the opportunity I've been given to serve Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. But check this out. Channel 1 TV says they want to celebrate me. They say I'm a good example. Is it true? For my 50th birthday, I'm going to build a pediatric emergency center at Menchia Hospital. That is why all these young and vibrant celebrities are coming out to Plus 233 on the 18th of April to come so that we throw this amazing white party together to raise money for that hospital. Kwame Eugene, Kidi, Kim Paluta, Amrado, Miss B, Sister Fia, a free year, Kwabna, Darlington, Abiana, Akwabwa, Abochi, Brothers, Raskuku, Adina, and another friend of mine, Andy Dusty on the 1 and 2s. He is not young. 9 p.m. till you are tired of listening to great music. I know that Channel 1 wishes that they could bring all of this excitement for free, but because we are trying to build a pediatric emergency center at Menchia, please be happy to pay 1,500 for VVIP, and 1,000 cedis for VIP. See you there.
Hello and thank you for joining us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. I am Nanatu Boateng. The show is an interactive show, and so we'd like to hear from you. Send us your thoughts, what you make of the various subjects that we will be discussing. Let us know what you think about these. Send us your contributions and your suggestions or your comments on these subjects. Our WhatsApp number is on your screens. Do well to send us a text there. But you can also drop a comment on our live feed on Facebook as well as on YouTube. You can join us on X and Instagram. And we have some exclusive video content for you on TikTok as well. So please do well to follow, do well to subscribe, do well to like, to share, and engage our posts on social media. It's time for the news review segment. The Honorable Neelante Vanderpoy is here, former Member of Parliament for Odo and now the National Coordinator of the District Road Improvement Program, DRIP. Honorable, good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Nana. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I trust you're well too.
I'm blessed.
Yeah. Maybe I need to see your designer because it's always the sharpness.
Oh,
for
thank
me.
you. Thank you. I will get you in touch with him.
Very well,
Yeah.
very well. All right, so let's get into our first story for today. Lawyers of Ken Ofori-Atta, former finance minister, have confirmed his release from ICE detention in the United States of America. So that's the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So he's been released from ICE custody on bail, and we've been told that he's been reunited with his family in the U.S. This is not the end of it for him in the U.S. on one end, and of course, the interest or him being a person of interest in an ongoing case here in Ghana. Honorable, do you think he should just let it all go and come back home? Or he should still, because we know he's applied for permanent residency in the U.S., he should go ahead with that and stay there?
Well, Nana, thank you very much. Good morning to our viewers and to all of you. Significantly, let me say this. It is in his own interests and the interest of the party and the family he belongs to subject himself to accountability. You were entrusted with a position that belongs to the people of Ghana.
Right.
You held that position in their trusts.
Yes.
And as such, you must be accountable to them. So if the people of Ghana have found certain infractions in the way you performed your responsibilities, in the way you discharged your duties, it's only fair and proper that you account to those people for giving you their power for 8 years to manage the finance and the economy of the state.
Right.
He didn't just take up any position. He took up the position of the Minister of Finance.
Finance, yes.
To the extent that even when we all knew he had gone through a very difficult patch of his health, he still held on to that position. He didn't allow his cousin, the president, to hand over that position to another person. Even when he was on his sick bed in the US, he was still controlling the finance of this country. So such a person, it did not come down to Neelante Vanderpoy or to you or to any other person in this country to ask him to account for his stewardship. At the end of it all, nobody says that he's going to put him in a gallows without giving opportunity to defend himself. In fact, when he appeared before the Appointments Committee, we asked him certain questions. That's the second time. We asked him certain questions about his term, the first 4 years. And I'm expecting that those same questions will be asked him tomorrow when he comes and appears before the judicial system, which is probing his stewardship. What he must understand is that he being in court is not a conclusion of the fact that he's committed a crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is going there to be asked certain questions about certain things Ghanaians don't understand. I want to ask him certain questions. I want to ask him, and I want the lawyers to ask him.
You have questions you want to ask him?
Yes, I want lawyers to ask him, how come that we said that cleaning up our financial institutions will cost the country 9 billion. Later on, it went to 11.5 billion. But at the end of it all, when the committee was set up in Parliament to investigate the reason why the bondholders have not been paid and why Goku Securities and other security agencies could not pay their indebtedness to their customers, we saw that apparently he has not only used 11.5 billion, but he has used over 32 billion for the banking sector cleanup alone. And that he has to tell us something. I detest situations when politicians will leave office and will think that we don't owe anybody a responsibility. I think we should understand one thing, that we were entrusted with somebody's and this country's position, property, asset, and we should be ready to account for it. Look, even in the scripture, Jesus Christ gave the parable of the talent.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when he said when the property owner came back, when their master came back, he asked all of them to account for their stewardship.
True.
You understand? Those that he will congratulate, he congratulated. Those who he blighted, he did, because they didn't perform the way he wanted.
Indeed.
So it is important for us to understand that accountability is part of our life. Once we take up certain positions, once we are entrusted with certain positions, whether we like it or not, we'll be called to account. And I think it's in the interest of Ken Ofori-Atta, because if he doesn't, and he keeps on staying away from the accountability that he's being asked, it will continue to follow him, his children, and his generation.
But I don't think he's actually running away from the accountability. I think his concern, especially from his legal team, is the processes of accountability which they describe as unfair. Already they've accused the OSP of violating his rights to dignity, one by putting him on the, declaring him a wanted person, putting him on red notice, Interpol red notice and all. And I don't know how we'll give them that assurance, but it looks and sounds as though if they have an assurance of a fair trial,
let me ask a simple question. Were those processes legitimate?
They were.
If they were legitimate, then why? I told you in this studio that once upon a time, me sitting here, I was arrested. I was not put in the car. I was put in the car boot and taken to a police station and dropped in the cell. When I've not been charged for anything, I've not been investigated for anything. I was just picked. You understand? When I could have just been invited. You understand? Yes, I wouldn't say that is right. But the issue is that we must always ask ourselves, is the cause, the process, legitimate? Is the process, the cause, abuse of any freedom you have? If it is, you also have remedy. You understand? The courts are there. You can also take up a civil action against the people who perpetrated that act against you.
But he tried and lost.
You can't use that as an excuse. He tried and lost. So who do you blame? You can't use that as an excuse to run away from accountability. If we did, then everybody would do so. And we must be careful not to be setting precedent for people. I know. You see, many a time when we talk, then people make references to Sedinam. Yes. We had a whole time, 8 years. If the government had pursued it, they will have gotten somewhere. Today, Sednam is for my family. But the government is, I'm saying...
I've seen the political
family.
Right.
But the government is pursuing it.
We were told that she was also picked up sometime. But
Yes.
I said now we
So when the U.S. government picks you up, it's left with the U.S. government to decide when to let you go and when to deliver you. Because once you are within their jurisdiction, they must be sure that they will not be infringing on any of their laws.
Their laws, right.
And transferring you to your
home country,
country for trial or any sort of, let me say, interrogation. So
but at least it makes the job easier for the AG because now we know her location.
Yes. And with Ken, you see, that yesterday I followed some of the issues and what the lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, but at least have learned some law. And I don't know what the jubilation is. ICE is a detention center for people who had gone beyond their visa deadlines. That is when you overstay your visa. So any Ghanaian at all could be picked up by ICE. There are so many people who have been picked up by ICE and they are back in this country.
Right.
Quietly.
Yeah.
It's like when we say people travel and they are returned. That's the word we used to use some time ago. Afon leke by yatunaba.
Yeah.
So this is common. It happens all the time. And so when he has applied for a stay in the US, I will not want to ask what is the reason for applying for that. Why is he somebody who proudly, stood up, swore an oath, and took up an office in this country, has lived well. He was the most powerful person under the MPP for 8 years.
Really?
Oh.
The MPP had a president.
But their own man, and the Apia Kubi said it, that Ken Ofori-Atta was more powerful than the vice president and the president.
Really?
Yes. I can show you the video. He said it on television, and the Apia Kubi said it.
Ghanaians voted for a president. Ghanaians did not vote for Ken Ofori-Atta.
Well, I am not an MPP person, but what an MPP person, if the crocodile is coming to tell me that, or if the whale comes to tell me that crocodile is dead, who am I, a mere human being, to say it's not true? And the Apia Kubi sat on television.
Right.
You understand? And said that Ken was so powerful that the president even could not control him. And at least I was in parliament. Even when he was coming to parliament to present the budget, the security detail alone was more than that of the vice president.
Really?
Yes. Those in uniform and those who were not in uniform. At least the last budget he presented, I could count about 40.
40?
40.
Oh, you don't say.
I'm telling you.
Protecting one
and
man.
They even came as close as the coffee shop of parliament.
Ken Ofori-Atta?
Yes. 3 cars, 3 vehicles.
Wow.
An advanced vehicle, his vehicle, and an escort.
And about 40 men in
And
security
the men
detail.
were not just ordinary men. No. In fact, they were bigger. Some of them are bigger than Ebenezer.
But since you mentioned him, let's
Let's
say good morning and welcome him. The
And everyone knows how powerful Ken was.
Ebenezer Natina is the former member of parliament for Ablekuma Central and a member of the New Patriotic Party. Honorable, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, my brother.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you. I hope all is
He's also
well.
wearing a nice shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, very
Let
nice
me
shirt,
say
very
good morning
nice
to our viewers and good morning to my senior brother who have abandoned me. Because,
Oh, has he?
oh yes.
Me and him have a common place. We all go and eat cocotte. He's the one who has abandoned me. He doesn't come there anymore.
He doesn't come there.
Yeah, because he doesn't eat cocotte anymore.
If me that I'm in opposition don't eat cocotte, then what about him that is in government?
Well, if in opposition, you don't have money to eat cocoa.
But I'm still eating cocotte.
No, in opposition you eat cocotte.
Because that's what you can afford.
Didn't you hear one of your colleagues saying that now most of the ministers, they just breakfast, Kimpiski, lunch, Kimpiski, supper.
Will I be going to Matayako to eat cocotte? In fact, the issue is that wash basin that still has his poster on it.
Oh wow.
So that's when I'm washing my hand. What is this foolish boy doing?
You've been sorting in your head, eh? Very well.
Very good morning to my senior brother, Honorable Linante. I like the shirts.
Yeah.
I've been watching him almost every time he comes here.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm surprised about a typical Ghana who like life.
Oh,
He's a typical Ghana.
They don't like fashion.
Oh, for Ghanaians, we are so simple, but he is different. You see, when he comes, you can even play all the time he has been here. Look at the shirts that he's been wearing.
He's promoting Made in Ghana.
Oh, I understand, but you just look at this one.
I've been wearing Made in Ghana.
Apart from the NDC colors that he has put on his face,
Which you don't like.
which he knows.
I've been wearing African print for the past 30 years.
Unfortunately, your camera cannot capture the shoe, brown shoe. It goes. Just look at him.
Perfect
but look at me. It's
combination.
simple.
Yeah.
Oh, but
If I just
look at yours and your trousers.
just get some small kinky and some aclaw. Do you know aclaw?
Aclaw, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well. Very well.
That's why you're putting on weight.
Very well. We're discussing the matter of the release of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta from ICE detention. We'd like to pick your initial thoughts, initial reactions to his release, and then we'll look into the matter of whether Ghana can still engage with the U.S. authorities for his extradition to come face the charges preferred against him back home.
Right, thank you. Yes, in the largest sense, in some cases, I agree with Honorable Nilante by saying that each one of us will account for our stewardship, irrespective of where you were put in government.
True.
Ken Ofori-Atta was the then Minister for Finance, at least for about 7 years, before removing from office. He's not above anybody in this country when it comes to accountability.
True.
So far as you have held any government position, and even today, when you even watch the Public Accounts Committee, even chief directors, procurement officers, and all those people are being invited. So nobody is above accountability when government trusts and give you a responsibility.
True.
Before Ken Ofori-Atta leaving this country, we were told that he requested or he sought permission from then Chief of Staff and the current Chief of Staff that I'll be leaving this country on this date. In case you need me for any accountability or any information, I am prepared and ready to come and give you the information. Unfortunately, when he traveled, we know the circumstances. He fell sick for so many months. In the course of the sickness, he overstayed the number of months that was given at the airport, which we all know. That when you get to the airport, you are given a number of months or weeks or days that you have to spend. He have overstayed. The ISIS invited him. He was detained for some time. I remember, and I've heard, the High Commissioner, Victor Smith.
Yes, Ambassador Victor Smith.
Said so many things when he was arrested. And that, they are in the process of making sure that they brought him back to this country and a whole lot of things. As the former Chief Justice said, the law is the law.
Right.
And maybe in this country of ours, that will not respect the law. But in some countries, they respect the law because they believe that you cannot undermine the integrity and the reputation of someone based on information that is being thrown out there. When he appeared before the court, whatever that he need to put before the court, his lawyers, including himself, presented their case. He was remanded again, and he was to appear. And you see, the reason why that it was even the date of the case was even extended was that the court was informed that Ghana is looking for him and that there's an extradition case that he needs to.
We had put in a request for his extradition.
The judge requested for the extradition letter that they claim that they have. We're told that the following, when they went to the court again, they only brought just a one sentence that blah 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 blah, we need him. That's all. And you cannot just write something and just go and throw it in. Maybe Ghana court, you can do that. In fact, he's supposed to appear before the court on 27th of this month.
Yeah.
But you ask yourself, what happened? What has changed? But the court have realized that all the information being put out there, oh, we have extradition to bring him, we have to do this, it came that, look, you have not even proved, and as I said, the law is the law. As we have to produce further and better particulars to show that, yes, indeed, we need this person. These are the
details of the extradition.
You cannot just
request.
come and just say that, oh, this is the request, and no. The court decided, no, based on all what you have put before us, look, let's even release the person before even the time that they are supposed to. It does not mean that the case has ended.
Right.
They still pursue the case. If the High Commissioner has the upset, and then the OSP, the Attorney General, as he promised us, they can still pursue and bring him to come and face the law. And as I said, all of us, so far as you have hold a position, you are entitled to come and then what? I don't want to, I always say that, look, one thing that we always do in this country, when there's an issue that needs to be dealt with, at the moment you bring NDC, NPP issue, that is the end of the matter.
Right.
Because I would definitely find something that this government has failed to do. Honorable Delante will also find something that we also refused to do previously. At the end of the day, it becomes NDC and NPP issue.
Politicize, compare, and no solution.
So no solution. And that's exactly what is happening in this country today.
Right.
Because all the things that they said when they were in opposition, today, the reality have set in, and they are saying all manner of things. Now they are even telling that some of them are not even their priorities.
Right.
So at the end of the day, the substance of the matter, just as he said, he have analyzed certain things that, how do you call it? Banking sector
cleanup.
This, what?
SML.
SML, Cathedral, this. Meanwhile, even in the Cathedral case, the Attorney General, who decided that he will not go to court, but he will use the media as a judgment too. Because before he will even ask his deputy, in fact, since this government came, I have never even seen the Attorney General going to court himself. He always sends the deputy. And he will go to Owusu Kwakye's office to go and do press conference. That's what he does. Have you seen Ayini going to court?
When it's time for him to go to court.
No, have you seen Ayini going to court?
But his deputy
is
always,
that's what I'm saying. You send the deputy to go there, he will go and do press conference.
Who is equally competent?
So then Bahama should reshuffle him and use the deputy rather. Because he's like now he's battling with Owusu Kwakye when it comes to position.
Communication.
He has, in fact, he has done more press conference than any of the ministers.
Well, this year he has slowed down. This year he hasn't done.
Oh, go and check.
No, this year he hasn't.
Go and so you be counting them more press
Close
conferences.
the year.
So you yourself, you see, you have realized that he'll be doing more press conferences than the issue that they talked about.
But the press conference is also a form of accountability to the people, to let the people know what he's about.
All the press conference that he has made, all the press conference, give me one that have yielded a result. Give me one.
But there are cases in court. National Service Authority scandal is in court. National Bureau.
The things that he said when he did the press conference, the things that he said during the press conference. Today, go and look at the charge sheets and see that the things that he mentioned, that he talked about, whether you can see all in the charge sheets. But you come and do a press conference and you accuse people and be saying all manner of things. And then when the reality set in for you, then you run to Owusu Kwakye to do a press conference and you ask your deputy to go to court. You should have rather be going to court. Then you talk about, so the courts have not ended yet.
Right.
Yet still, you'll be appearing before court.
Yes.
If government...
27th, April 27th. Yeah.
Recently, you even heard the president when he met the CSOs. Just about 2-3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What did he talk about? What did he say about that one? He said, their law out there is different from ours. And so therefore, people might be expecting me to be doing A, B, C. But in my capacity, the only thing I can do is to, through the Attorney General, request.
Make a request.
But it's subject to them.
Yes.
But for me, I believe that Ken Ofori-Atta will come to this country. He will be arraigned before court as they want. Everything, every allegation put before him, I know for a fact that he would definitely answer those allegations leveled against him. Because if you said, oh, bank sector cleaner, we are supposed to use this amount. How come you use this amount? There will be an explanation to it.
Move from 9 to 11 and then 32.
There will be explanation to it. So you tell us why you told us that, oh, we can use 9. Later it went to this. Later it arrived at this. Why this big difference? Tell us. If you are guilty, fine. If he said, yes, the previous administration put this amount of money in these banks, and at the end of the day, we are even people who went for some of the loan and have refused to pay. And some are government officials, some are MPs, some are businessmen, some are ordinary journalists. You produce all those documents. So based on that, maybe when we were doing the evaluation, we realized that this number of people, later we realized that the number increase for this number, it's about explanation. Attorney General, through the Auditor General said the cathedral, the amount being paid to was lawful. Wasn't that what he said?
Yeah.
So what is the issue? So when you put, you come and he said, okay, cathedral, you say you put this amount of money to do this. Oh yes, I put this. These are the facts. Attorney General even said that this. Auditor General also say this. You just answer. SML. GRA have a capacity to do this. But we realize that GRA issue of checking whether indeed monitoring and getting the oil from this shore to this shore, this is what you just explain it.
Revenue assurance. If
he's guilty, fine. If he's not guilty, but it's not everybody who goes to court that is being found guilty.
True.
People go to court and they are being exonerated.
So politics aside, you think per the caliber of Ken Ofori-Atta and the name, it will be in his own best interest to come and face accountability?
For me, for prosperity's sake, and for the integrity and the respect that people have for him and for himself, and the kind of establishment he has made in this country, for me, I believe that it will be in his interest to come. Yes, people have the mindset, and people believe that, oh, it's because of the way and manner the NDC, through the, and now I can even see they themselves, they are fighting among themselves. The Yoko, the Attorney General, and some of their people, now if they arrest their own people, we have been told that some people from the Jubilee will go and demand the release of their brothers and their sisters and all those things. Right. Now, even their spokespersons who sat on radio and TV, meanwhile, they are supposed to be hosts like you, that they will be doing the bid of the NDC, now have even turned and even saying that some of them should be changed because they are liability in their various places that they have been put.
Wow.
It's the reality. That's why they say in account that I know I did Bobusian and
Very well.
If you catalog all the things that NDC, Honorable Lilante have said here, from 2017 to 2025, on the 7th before they were sworn into office, if you catalog all the things that the NDC, from John Mahama to the last person, the Kwinkwining and Kpankwana people, if you catalog everything that they said in the previous, when they were in the opposition,
yeah.
Today, I can tell you about 99% of what they said now is hitting them back. Yesterday, I was just telling to an NDC person, look, what they said is what we and Ghanaians will judge them. As the Bible says, we know some and they be for.
Very well. Honorable Van der Poel, let me come back to you on this matter. Ken Ofori-Atta.
I like the way Eben has turned it and want to, play the sympathy card in a way. It's fine. But you see, I just want people to know division of labor is a necessary tool for effective production.
Right.
So the fact that the Attorney General himself is not the one going to court doesn't mean that the Attorney General's department is not working. If you are in the legal system, you understand that in many chambers, the heads of the chambers do not even go to court. They sit down together with the other lawyers within the chamber to prepare briefs for people to go to court. In the legal sector, there's division of labor, always, all the time. How many times have you seen Professor Prempeh in court as a lawyer defending somebody? No. But he has a whole chambers.
True.
Nana Akufo-Addo himself, when he has his chambers, how many times did you see him in court? There are so many other leading lawyers in this country. Leading lawyers. When it comes to the law, they are legends in this country who normally don't go to court themselves. What they do is they prepare briefs for other lawyers, sometimes junior lawyers, depending on the case, to go to court. So the fact that you have not seen the Attorney General in court doesn't mean he's not competent enough to be in court. We all know the competence of Ayine. Even when he was not Attorney General, there were so many times he went to court and achieved monumental feats. So I'm very confident in my brother. I know that at the right time, when he decides to stand in court himself, he will distinguish himself. But then he believes in his deputy Srem side to do the work. And so far, so good. For all you know, when it is time to prosecute Ebenezer Nati, he himself will be in court. So it will depend.
Right.
So that should not be a factor in this. When it comes to the issue of Ken Ofori-Atta, what we should understand is that the detention case is different from the extradition case.
Yeah.
So we will wait and see what happens with the extradition case.
Right.
It's not everything that I can say here, but I'm very confident in the fact that cases that demand prosecution will be prosecuted.
Okay.
And anyone who is found wanting will definitely have the opportunity to defend himself in court and go to the basic principle of law, or the authorem partem. 2, I know that not every MPP member who was in government did something untoward.
True.
And as such, the Attorney General is not on a rampage to be picking people up to court. Ebenezer is here. No one has come to pick him. No one has even invited him to answer anything, because maybe he conducted himself well. It is for those who decided that for them, public office is not to serve, but for self-aggrandizement and capricious intents. And for those people, well, they will bear the brunt. So I want us, you see, sometimes we must have confidence and let our institutions work. That's the only way we can minimize the level of corruption in this country. If we think that, like he said, things happen and at all costs I will defend Ken Ofori-Atta because I'm a member of the MPP, it is the image and the dignity of the MPP that will suffer, not me. You understand? I want people who sanctimoniously believe that the MPP is a family, is a political party they want to belong to go out there and tell Ken Ofori-Atta to go face it.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes. Go and defend yourself.
But you just said he was the most powerful person in the party.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So who would tell him to come?
Well, that is what that's the sort of appointment than this thing that they have. Konkontiba appointment that they have. So it is their business. I want to say that John Mahama promised to make sure that people are accountable. I am confident in the fact that Nana Akufo-Addo himself, before he left office, told his people that they should be ready to account for their stewardship.
True.
And so I want all of us to believe in the system, that the system will allow people to defend themselves and be accountable, and the system will not unduly take any measure against anyone without any infraction or without any cause. So Ken Ofori-Atta should come. If I were him, I will come. Because I believe I've not committed any crime. People have served in government. So many other people served in the same government. They were invited. I know 2-3 people who were invited. They went, answered the questions, and they were discharged. You understand? When you are invited to come answer, go and answer the question.
Yeah.
That's all. Because nobody will intentionally, willfully prosecute you when the person knows that he has no case to prosecute. So before Attorney General, he has said it, that before he steps into court, he wants to be sure that he has a strong brief, enough to get the desired result he's looking for. He will not go and waste time in court when he knows that he will not achieve. And two, we sat in parliament and passed a law that allows people to do plea bargaining.
Okay.
As I sit here, we need money to run the economy.
Yeah.
We need money to provide social services. This economy has sunk so low to the extent that money has become a basic requirement. Ghana went around even begging people to forgive our debts.
Yeah.
So today, Nana, if there's evidence to the fact that Nilante Vanapoi has stolen so much, and there's opportunity for government to take back that money. Why not? That money could be used to build a school somewhere, to provide water somewhere, to make the road, to make people live a better life. Than putting that person in jail. And then now, it is the same taxpayers' money that will take care of the person.
Yeah.
And the person will come out of jail and come and enjoy the money he has stolen. You understand?
Yeah.
Many people take that decision that I'm not going to refund, I better go to jail and come back and enjoy. We've seen so many cases. And that is the essence of plea bargain. So that you can be able to retrieve something. So I think that it is not all about somebody wanting to prosecute people because he doesn't like those people.
Right.
It's about the opportunity of people accounting to themselves and accounting for the positions they held and the position they held in trust of the Ghanaian people, and also give them an opportunity and give the state an opportunity to also claw back some of the monies that have gone into wrong pockets. And so I think Ken Ofori-Atta and all others who have been asked to account for their stewardship to be confident in themselves and do so. And not use excuses as, because Ken Ofori-Atta, even when he was sick, when he was having clutches, was still holding on to office.
When his own party MPs wanted him
out, he still fought and kept. So why is it that today the same sickness for which you were still holding office, they're asking you to come and account for that office? You said, no, I'm sick. Are you bedridden? We saw him on the streets with a wife, with a backpack.
That was him?
But was it not him? Was it not him? Somebody who was sick had backpack.
Maybe his medicines are in there.
Oh, okay. Then he can still carry the backpack and come to Ghana.
I mean, we're walking to maybe a restaurant to get
what
food,
is
and
the
flying
reason?
are different.
What? Flying?
And flying back home.
Don't you have medical aircraft?
So who funded that bill? Who fits that bill?
Who funded the bill when he went on medical treatment?
Personal funding.
Who said?
But if at that time was he in power? He wasn't.
I'm saying that he had money. to fly,
Yeah.
to seek medical attention outside, and he can't have money to fly back.
But you want me back, so will you pay for it?
We want him back.
You want me back. I've given you options that we can do video interrogation. You say no, you want me in person. So will you foot the bill of bringing me back?
He should understand that when you decide, when you run away from the law, the coercive force of the law can be applied at any time.
We'll see. We'll see about that. Honorable now, final thoughts on this.
We have been told not quite too long that the Jata aircraft is now for emergencies.
Medical emergencies.
Yes. So they can use that one to go and pick him.
If he applies for it, he will get it.
Yeah.
No, but he's not. He needs
It's not a
to
state
apply.
aircraft. It's somebody's private car.
Oh, who says so? It's not.
It's not for the states.
It's not for the
It's
states.
not for the
Oh,
states.
really?
But it's been made available for medical
It's
emergencies.
not for the states.
No, it's not for the
then
states.
The new one too is not for the states.
It's for an individual.
The time will come.
No, if you have, if you have any evidence to the contrary,
I have not. Honorable Nilante is quite older than me. So I have not seen the performance of, we are not discussing the AG, but he said something that is not all senior lawyers that goes to court. Since 1992 to date, we have had 9 AGs, Attorney Generals, 9 of them. In Rawlings' administration, we have Obed Asamoah, the long-serving Attorney General. He goes to court. In fact, at the time when Rawlings we were very young, but these are people that when Obed is going to court, or maybe there's a court proceeding that he has attended, young as we were at that time, are so anxious to listen to the outcome of the cases. We have Martin Amidu. I saw him, like he always sleep at the court. In Kufuor's administration, we have Nanado who goes to court. You remember the fast track time? He was the one leading. In Kufuor's administration second term, we have Ahikwotu. He goes to court. His own godfather that he cherished apart from God, the next person he respect that he cherished so much, may he so rest in peace. Professor Mills. Because if you mention Professor Mills' name and you don't mention it well, Nilante will never forgive you.
Yeah.
At that time, who was Attorney General? Betty Mode.
Betty Mode Idrusu.
Goes to court. John Mahama. Marita Brew.
JM1.
Goes to court. To extend that even when we won power in 2017, he was working with Gloria Kufu for this. Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria
Kufu. On this
maritime dispute.
Yes,
the
they work
dispute.
together. Because she has already started something. So she needed an assistant.
Governance is a continuum.
Exactly. And we perfectly, and they won the case. The young person, Godfred, goes to court. So the chambers is different from government matter that need to be dealt with.
But you would agree that everyone has their own style.
Yes, but you see sometimes, look, just as Honorable said, when you get the AG or a senior lawyer representing you at court, it carries certain weight.
True.
And I remember when Kennedy Japon was arrested for treason and were sent to the High Court. When we got to the court, Atachian was on his feet representing Ken. As soon as Honorable Ahikwotu entered, he sat and he handed over to. I was like, but that person has already started. So why we say, this is for seniority in court? It's different. So that argument of, we are not discussing him, but I'm just making a point that yes, senior lawyers, but when it comes to government matter, which are so sensitive, which the NDC campaigned on it, that at the end of the day, even members of Aura were telling us that most of the 6,000 or 10,000 pages, some of them were just photocopy and some of them were blank A4 sheets. Quoted, what is it, the former Auditor General. He said most of the papers a baller. That's what he said. And that some of the papers is blank A4 sheets. So they deceived this country. Meanwhile, oh, Honorable.
No, Aura was not meant as a prosecutorial tool.
No, Aura was to
gather information.
Cool.
And so you submit a petition.
You just
I evaluate the petition. The petition is not worth person.
If there's no merit in it,
move on.
The NDC led by Okudzeto Abrokwa, Sam George, and most of their people, when they go on set, Aura. They will just go and stand and somebody, this is Nilante's house. Then they will just take a picture. Then they will go and print it. Nilante's house, cantonment, this and this. I don't say he have a house or cantonment. He doesn't have. He just like me. We will live in Zongo. Then they will just go, this is Eben's house, Roman Ridge.
Then they do their own valuation.
At the end of the day, what happened?
Very well.
For me, I'm saying that for integrity and for prosperity, if I have any advice, I'll give it to Ken Ofori-Atta. That if by God's grace, now he's well, he should come and answer any charges that we will put before him. After all.
Thank you very much.
After all, is that allegation? You prove your allegations that have leveled against you. And as I said, most of the things that they have said, I said, at the end of the day, it will come back to zero. Because they were just, they were just but we are being told that LBGT, we are being told that some just say that he used it for a political to succeed, for them to. So now,
who said
he has succeeded?
Who said?
Is that what he said?
Yes, that's what he said.
Nana, you see, when we sit at a place like this, you must be very forthright with the information because we are informing people. Look, we should understand that Parliament, you have been in Parliament before. Parliament is an authority on its own.
True.
Parliament has its own program and activities. The president cannot go and force the hand of Parliament and tell Parliament, I want this done. You understand? If anyone could have done that, Nana Akufo-Addo could have done that. He didn't do it. This thing is, and you know that at the end of a particular Parliament, all bills and legislation before that house dies.
Yeah.
We call it the gestation period goes. And it has to be regenerated, reintroduced, and relaid. So that the bill is going through the cycle again. What Parliament can do is to expedite the process. Because most of the clauses to be considered have already been considered.
Yeah.
So that is what we are waiting for. Let Parliament finish.
The process has been slow. The process has been slow.
So it is not. It's not the president.
Very well.
It's Parliament.
It's Parliament.
Let's blame Parliament.
Taking my time.
Let's blame Parliament and not the president. Let Parliament finish, submit it to the president, and let the president decide not to sign it like Nana Akufo-Addo. Then we can blame him.
Nana Akufo-Addo didn't sign because there were legal cases against it. But let's not take the conversation there.
Exactly.
That's not what we are discussing.
No, but you see,
No,
the reason why I said was that your own colleagues in Parliament asked him about the LBGT. You know, do you hear
what was his response?
That's what he said. The videos are there.
But it's true. Parliament should pass it.
Parliament should pass it.
Parliament should pass it.
No, the question was the minority has filed a private members bill on LBGT. There is that's what he said. But this same
let's not stay. I mean, let's not deviate.
So let's come back to our conversation. But he also takes some 2 minutes on. Doesn't also take 2 minutes on LBGT. If Honorable is telling me it does not read the president said when he comes to him,
he will sign. He said it.
Good. In the 2024 election, President Mahama never told us that if a private member bill on LBGT is brought to him, he will sign. He said it will not be a private member's bill, but it will be a government-sponsored bill.
This was after he won the election and met with
Yes.
the clergy.
No,
Yes.
he said it before the
No.
election and after. Go and check your facts.
He said to make
No,
the,
no.
Is he,
Okay, fine. Let me admit.
Parliament. Me and you have been in Parliament
Honorable,
before.
when you were coming, I just kept quiet. Just,
Honorable, you allow Honorable now
I'm
to
your
land.
small brother. Sometimes you have to be. See, when we're young, when you are eating with your big brother, he will just give you some
Yeah.
good meat. But when you learn this one there is good, he won't give that one to you. So this one there, I'm your small brother. You have to give me some time. He said it will be a government-sponsored bill.
Yeah.
That is my argument. Has it been a government-sponsored bill?
We've not seen a
Just as you
government
said,
bill yet.
if indeed the president is so passionate about it, which I know, he will not.
How do you know this?
Oh, I remember when we were doing this thing was said. In fact, I think somebody made a statement on. I had a banter with him on the floor of Parliament.
Okay.
And he contributed on that day, and I also contributed. In fact, in the course of his presentation, and I'm happy today I'm with him here. He said, "Oh, there are some people in Jubilee House, they are gays." He said it.
Yes, I said it. It's true.
And then
It's true.
I got there with the speaker that he should let him what?
Withdraw.
So after we have closed, then he met me at the cafeteria. He said, but you don't know that there are people in. I said, I don't know. Because he want to put words in my mouth.
No. The thing is that me when I speak with facts.
You have your facts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I addressed it as on the floor of Parliament. I said, so people within the Jubilee, they should have taken me to court and asked me to prove. You see, but they are scared because they know that when they ask me to prove, I will prove.
So I just
You
got
have evidence to prove.
I know all of them.
I just got
And sitting here, my brother sitting here, he knows.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I just got to say, Mr. Speaker, he needs to mention name or withdraw. But you know, on the floor, it will be difficult.
Yes.
So after you pull me and say, hey, I used to say you don't know people. I don't know.
You don't know.
How do I
You don't know.
So for me, I want to make this appeal to Ken Ofori-Atta
Very
and
well.
also through his lawyers that yes, if by God's grace he has been released from the
Ice detention.
Ice
detention and he is well and he can come, he should come and answer every question that we put before him. If it is guilty, Ghanaians will know. If it's not guilty, Ghanaians will know the truth. But for me, I believe that all the things that the NDC are saying, it is mere propaganda. It is just a mere promises that they give to Ghanaians. They want to raise the hope of Ghanaians, which now everybody, including you yourself, you have realized that you have said that before. You are even as I'm speaking, you are saying that in your mind.
Hey, now you can read minds. Hey, I don't know, we are gifted.
Well, the guys have a problem. They say, "Sanyabana year, Afran German." We shall see.
Very well. Let me take a few quick messages and then we can make some progress. As we strive for accountability, let's ensure our actions are guided by principle, not political bias. Between Ken Ofori-Atta and Sedina Tamaklo, our priority should be to address established wrongdoing, not perpetuate political vendetta. If we are serious about accountability, we should focus on the individual with clear evidence of misconduct. Given the current situation, Sedina Tamaklo has been convicted of causing financial loss to the state, while Ken Ofori-Atta is facing charges and awaiting extradition proceedings. Aminu from Nsawam sent that, okay. This one says, good morning, Anatifo. Keep up the good work for Ghana's interest. Fact is, Ken Ofori-Atta must come down and face Ghanaians via the law and explain to us why he brought on board the so-called banking cleanup, which turned out negatively against some of us. Personally, I still have my money locked up, same as my daughter and husband and some other Ghanaians. Can you imagine the hardships we went through? It will be in the interest of NPP for Ken to come. If not, Ghanaians will never forgive them. Papa BCU on the Spintex Road here in Accra sent that. You can also send your comments in. This is the news review segment on Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll move into other matters. Stay with us.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini, ehu behia, semecha sapapadia to amame manfo. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients. Eno, ene bombe se ho ban. E mane sweng, ne sanso mama hotoso e wo bedwam.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink adds a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
I'm ready to give it my all. My talent, dedication, heart, everything for this journey. What's all this?
Welcome to the Breakers.
You need more than a rhythm to survive these days.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We are having the news review segment. The Honorable Nilante Vanderpoel is here. The Honorable Ebenezer Natena is also here. Now, Ghana's crude oil output has fallen to 37.3 million barrels in 2025. There's been a decline over 6 years from somewhere 74 million barrels. And now we're recording 37.3 million barrels. Honorable Vanderpoel, should we be worried?
Nana, you see, we should as a country, but we should also not be worried too much. Because oil, like most natural resource, is not infinite.
True.
So we should know that whatever it is, it will get a time, it will go through the natural depletion cycle.
True.
Just as gold. When Ashanti Gold started, some of us were dreaming that it would never, you understand? But it has depleted. Oil will do so. It's a natural cycle. And most of the time, even if you take to farming, you could have your cocoa plantation, cocoa farm. If you start, you may get a particular yield.
Yeah.
After years and years, that farm will definitely, the yield will come down. So this is a natural occurrence that we should all not be surprised about. Maybe it is the time frame. We think maybe the depletion has become too fast. Yes. And so I don't see it as too much of a problem. The Jubilee 10, Sankofa, all these have been our primary fields, and they're the ones we have virtually drained and drilled. And as such, we should not be surprised that we're getting just about 50% of what we used to get some years ago. But I think this is also as a result of lack of investment in both the existing fields and also new explorations. We haven't done too much new exploration activities.
Yeah.
And so we should accept the fact that if we continue milking the same cow all the time, that cow's production will come down. And I think that we should look at that one seriously. Also, I believe the MPP did not help us.
How so?
Because for 8 years, no new
exploration
agreement was signed. And when you're in the field of exploration, there's a need for you always to do investment and improve upon the exploratory activities we are doing. That is the only way you can keep production. 2, I also found out that the fields were having technical challenges because of maintenance delays, because we are always eager. You know, the thing with Ghanaians, sometimes our maintenance culture becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And we always think about the output more than what we put in. So as such, sometimes even shutting down in order to do the routine maintenance and make sure that we bring our production lines in tune with our desired results, we don't. Because we calculate what we'll lose when we shut down and do maintenance.
Yeah.
So when you do that, it will affect you. Also, the unfavorable fiscal and regulatory regimes that we have ourselves. This has made us less competitive in the field. And so I think that these things have really affected us. What do we have to do? What I know is that this government, having taken consideration of these things, have decided that we'll review the upstream legislation.
Okay.
So you remember about, I think some months ago, government set up a committee to review the upstream legislation and regulations to improve the country's competitiveness. The committee has submitted its report that will be forwarded to Cabinet for approval. And then when that is done, we shall see some reforms in the sector. Government also opened up the upstream sector for more investments.
Okay.
And negotiations are ongoing with some of our major oil companies like Shell, Chevron, CNOOC, and Petrobras to secure some major fields offshore. And also working with GNPC to ensure fast development of the Volta Basin.
Okay. Okay.
The Volta Basin, I'm told, look very promising. And I know when that investment is opened up, it will help us increase our production a bit.
Right.
Government has also secured an investment of almost $3.5 billion from the Jubilee 10 and the Sankofa partners, so that that will be injected into the upstream sector to boost production. Another $2 billion has been secured to help in the strengthening of, let me say, what we want to do with the Volta Basin.
Right.
So I believe that when these investments come together and what is supposed to be done is done, it will help boost production one more time and that possibly could take us back to a level where we could call ourselves one of the leading oil producing countries in Africa. But for now, it's quite difficult. And it is true. Look, even here in this studio, the cameras we are using, after a time, their production levels will come down.
True.
The picture quality will come down, whether we like it or not. We'll have to change the cameras. We have to change the lenses. We have to. So, as far as production is concerned, whether you like it or not, it's a natural cycle. And every productive activity will have to go through that cycle. And the only way to improve upon it is to invest in maintenance and also improvement in the technology to be able to give you the desired results you're looking for.
Right.
So, I'm not surprised. It will affect our revenue a bit, but then I know that if you want to catch fish, you use fish.
You use fish.
So we must be ready to invest in the sector to be able to get what we require in order to boost the development of our country.
Well, while we wait for these investments to materialize, should we not be interested in how we expend the revenue?
It is. That is why under the NDC government, John Mahama 1, we established the stabilization fund.
The fund.
So that it will help us be able to get the resources to be. But unfortunately, Ken Ofori-Atta depleted that fund. You understand?
And JM2 has allocated some 434 million to Big Push.
Yes.
$434 million.
Yes. You see, what the Big Push does for us is to improve upon the infrastructure that leads to these areas. Because if you produce the oil, it has to be transported.
True.
So the transportation, so it is an integrated industry. You cannot say that the roads should be bad. When the roads are bad, the transportation side of the crude and the oil from one point to the other will have difficulty. So we can't say we are producing and we will not use it to develop infrastructure. Why are we producing oil? We should produce oil. In all these countries where oil is being produced, they use the oil proceeds to be able to improve upon infrastructure. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm concerned about what we have done with the investment fund, what we have done with the stabilization fund. These are important funds that out of the visionary John Mahama we created. Because we knew that one day our oil will finish. When the oil is finished, what are we going to rely on to be able to continue the development of the country? You understand? When somebody has this vision and set up this fund, you came and you depleted the fund. You use it for purposes, you use it to eat wache and kenke. Was that fund not collateralized to be able to get money from somewhere?
Yeah, but that's not kenke and wache.
But didn't you eat kenke and wache here? Didn't you see it? That's a fact. I didn't say it. The Gang of 85 said it. The Gang of 85 said it.
But they didn't tell you they were collateralizing the fund to eat.
It was one of the issues they brought up in their petition to have Ken Ofori-Atta removed.
Output is declining, obviously going to affect revenue. So clearly there's a call for investments in that particular sector, but how do we consolidate what we've gained so far and ensure that there's some level of sustainability going forward?
Everything in this country is declining.
Really?
Oh, yes. Everything.
Everything?
Yes.
How so?
Oh. In fact, per the statistics that we have now, the percentage of our oil has declined by 34.4%. Because from 71 to 37.
And this is over a 6-year period.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are being told by this government.
Note, a 6-year period.
6-year period, yeah.
Out of the 6 years, only 1 year is under John Mahama's government.
Yeah, maybe lost my thoughts.
No, I'm just giving you figures. Out of the 6 years, only 1 year was under John Mahama.
Because everything that we talked about, the NDC will attribute it to MPP.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, you said it.
No, I'm just saying that 6 years.
6 years.
Only 1 year is
not the
under
6
John
years.
Mahama.
Before the 6 years, you said that we never did anything about it.
It's true.
And I'm saying that everything that is happening today, MPP, MPP, MPP.
But if it's good, it's
in fact, 3 days ago, there's a fight behind my house. The man is refusing to do a chop money to the wife. And they were shouting on the top of their voice. They say, and
because the man lost the job at the MPP.
So
the man was working with the bank.
I'm not getting money.
The man was working in the bank.
But they were fighting over chop money, and they say they have reduced the chop money. So the dollar rate is now 10 cedis. So it has to reduce the chop money. But when I go to the market, the price of commodities is high. So you cannot use that one.
So there's a fight between the real economy and the political economy.
But the political economy is in the pockets of the
husband,
the key people in this government, which Nilante is not part of it.
Okay, well,
no. Is it? Yes, it is something that is a cause to worry, and that is the more reason why, as a country, we need not to be putting our eggs in one basket. We need to look at other avenues that can give this country some resources to manage this country.
Right.
Other than that, it will be extremely difficult that it will get to a point where our expectation in some natural resources will be disappointed.
Right.
I agree to the fact that, yes, there's a need for us to do more explorations. I remember if not President Mills' time, then to be JM one, when we're told that they have discovered some oil in the Volta region. But it was shown on telly that if somebody have dig a hole in the house, they sold the oil. We need to do more of these explorations. Because you see, this country is blessed in a sense that in many of our regions, there are a lot of natural resources that we need to. But we fail to put much investment into these resources that will yield a return to us. Then in other sense, we also, when we are able to get the resources, we sought to give to foreigners, where at the end of the day, what we get is very minute.
True.
We are not getting what we are supposed to get as a country because the expertise and also the financial muscles that we need to put in it as a country, we find it very difficult to put in. Sometimes when you look at some of the natural resources that we have and you look at the people managing it, if I say managing, not as in controlling it, but the people who have been given the trust, and you look at the percentage that we get as a country, and you look at the percentage they get, you ask yourself whether we cannot get the resources and put it into that investment that will yield a result
for Ghana.
Than we giving it to foreigners that at the end of the day, all what they get goes to their country for development and we suffer. So for me, I think that the Ministry of Energy and government need to have a critical look at what can we do to ensure that in other areas where there are a thought that, there's something here, we can do some exploration and get something out of it. Yes, it will cost us. But if it's costing you to get this done, at the end of the day, it will be a benefit to the country. I remember during the campaign of the NDC, when they told us that when they win power, they are going to bring some machine that can identify where our goods are, so that people will not be mining anyhow. I'm still waiting for that machine that they are going to use to identify. So for me, I think that the Ministry of Energy and government need to, because it's a cost of it's a cost to worry.
Yeah.
Very worried, because when you look at the percentage declined, it's very high. Almost about 50% of decline in this oil food. So we need to.
As for the production, from 71.4 million barrels to this 37.3, cumulatively, you're looking at about 9% annual decline. So over the 6 years, that will be 6 by 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So there's a need for us to put some measures in place. You see, sometimes I don't want to sound so personal, but when the NDC was in government, some of their ministers today that have been given opportunity, things that they said in the sector in which they are today, and it seems nothing happened in those sectors, I get so worried. To be honest with you,
the realities are different.
That's it. But you see, because of politics, we'll be saying all manner of things. Then when the reality sets in for you, you ask yourself, sometimes, last I was just telling a friend, an NDC person, that we went for a discussion like this, that I want to get a pen drive and download each minister what they said when they were in opposition. And then in their leisure time, they should just put it in their laptop or whatever and sit at home at dawn. They should not even watch it in the morning or they are done.
At dawn, when the
by
temperature
12.
is cool.
And then they'll be watching it then they ask themselves. So I said all these things. Because, look, I remember an interview between the current minister and one of your colleagues on
Current
Asempa.
energy minister.
Yes. Of things that he said in the MPP administration and what he believed that when the opportunity is given to them, they will do. Likely for him, he was given the minister for energy. We're being told, Tamara Refinery, we are going to start work.
But it's
We are being told-
started
we are
started
being
work.
told-
It's making profits.
I've not
Under
finished.
you, it was grounded.
We are going to
But
do this.
Combat is doing some amazing work at all.
The minister
I'm
is
not
doing
saying-
well.
What I'm saying is that we're being told that Tema-Oro
We
Refinery
have more
will
reliable
start work.
electricity now.
We can. Oh. Do you know why I came late?
We are not doing.
You
We are not
didn't
doing
have
doom CCA.
Do you know why I came
We are
late?
not doing doom CCA. We are doing the right
Do you
thing.
know why I even came late?
Why?
Now, even if we are ironing, then the current.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody who live around my
The
town.
current
I
goes
still live where I live.
Yes, I know.
I have not moved. I
Yes.
still live there.
But I'm also living where I used to
Yeah, I
live.
know. No, but that's why I said. That's why in the beginning
That
I
current
said
did what?
that. That's why I said in the beginning, you are trying to deviate from the culture of a Ghana, because we don't or small blow. The later that you get, you chop.
Okay.
But you are not changing.
How?
But he hasn't changed. He said now he doesn't
No,
see you
just
at
look at the
Kokote
dressing
joint.
and all these things. we are
Now
not,
go back to those things. Let's focus.
we are not used to do that, to be like that. You understand?
But the minister is doing well. He's doing very well. John is doing very, very well.
You don't agree?
To large extent, I will say that I'll give him 45%. Oh yes. Because my
Well, what are you doing with the remaining 55%?
my expectation, you see, there are some of them.
So you had expectations based on the things he said in opposition.
Some of them, my expectation from them, honestly, sometimes I get so worried and disappointed. Because when they were, you see, if you are watching football, or maybe if you are a part of a team and you're on the reserve, the way you see the way the players are playing, differently.
Yeah.
But when they change and you enter. You'll be playing Ampanson. There are some of them when they were in a position and they were making arguments.
Right.
And likely for them, President John Mahama decided that based on what you said in opposition and your expertise, I'm sending you to these ministries to make the magic that you said. But today, most of them that were sent to the same ministries are now in a way disappointing.
Mention one.
One, Eric Opoku.
Food and agriculture.
2, Dominic Aini.
No, Ghanaians will not
Food
agree
and
with you.
agriculture.
Eric is doing
I can
wonderfully
give you,
well.
I can give no. So if I say Eric, you ask me why.
Why?
Eric Opoku promised cocoa farmers in this country.
Okay.
At the end of the day, what has happened?
Okay.
I listened to the video of the woman.
Times have changed.
Okay, you go
Eric
ahead.
Opoku said, "Oh, the planting for food and job in Nanado's administration, so that is bringing Feed Ghana.
Feed Ghana.
What has happened to Feed Ghana since he? What has
Feed
happened?
Ghana is working. Now
Where? Working.
Nkukon getting to it.
Feed Ghana today. Feed Ghana today has led to a glut for maize, glut for tomatoes.
Where?
Glut for
That you are begging Burkina Faso. Oh. Oh no.
But all of us agreed to the extent that as
the
mama has to order tomatoes.
It's a campaign propaganda. That's what.
What campaign propaganda?
No. How about that guy
who's
was
campaigning
lying?
at this
Who
time?
was lying?
No. The MP, the independent candidate that is so. But mama has given me money. Oh, it's a propaganda. We all.
Very well. Wrap up.
So
on this
for
one.
me, I think that the Minister for Energy needs to look for some investors,
right,
whether local or international, for them to do more exploration to enable us to regain. Other than that, honestly, it will be difficult.
Right.
And it will affect our economy. And when it affects our economy, it affects all of us.
All of us.
Irrespective of your political affiliation, irrespective of where you stand, it will really affect us. So for me, I think the minister needs to do something about it, and the government as well.
Very well. Honorable Vanapoy, Ghana's apex court, the Supreme Court, is 150 years. Time for reflection?
Oh, yes. Every country and every institution, anniversaries are supposed to be time for reflection, for us to go back and see where we have come from and see some of the challenges and the difficulties we have had, the highs and the lows, and also try and see how we can improve upon our institution and make it better to serve the interests of the people. So I'm sure that in celebrating 150 years, our judiciary has gone through a lot of transformation. Today we are having e-courts we didn't used to have. We have a situation where judges were writing and writing and writing, said, hold on, let me, those things we've seen in the past. I think we are even going to a situation whereby evidence and things can be taken straight through electronic and then transcribed and all those things. In other jurisdictions, they have even a screen where the transcription of the evidence comes up so that even the people in the court will all be able to read. So it's a good thing. And this new Chief Justice is improving upon the work that was started by his predecessor, and it's good. I've seen improvement in the issue of the electronic court system. I've seen him now deciding to establish more tribunals that will reduce the time that people use in litigations. He's setting up a court for corruption, for environmental sustainability, and other things that will affect directly our society. And he's brought in a reform that makes sure that these cases do not go beyond 6 months, so that undue delays as a result of unfavorable adjournments and things will be a thing of the past. I went through a court system where a simple case that I'm being tried, I was being persecuted. I spent close to 4 years in court.
Wow.
4 years for a simple matter, a misdemeanor. I spent 4 years in court, and all that Attorney General Department was doing, when I come to court, they'll come and take adjournment 2 weeks. And the next time we'll come, they take adjournment 2 weeks. Sometimes I will be in Western North. I have to come to court. I will drive all the way and come to court and then adjournment. So sometimes those things are frustrating. Last time I was talking to someone, their own family case, the same family, their mother died and left the property, and they're supposed to, they've been in court for 15 years. And the property is deteriorating. But if the court will expedite its processes to make sure that such cases go, then immediately the family can make use of the property. I've seen a situation where a friend of mine died, and his, the administration of his will took over 10 years.
Wow.
So we still have those problems with our judicial system. And in celebrating 150 years, it is my expectation that we go through a reform that will ensure the predictability of the judicial system, whereby you know that you are going to court, I'm having a litigation with Eben, and I'm sure within 6 months will be done.
Sure.
Prolonged litigation go to the disadvantage of those who are vulnerable.
Indeed.
Because they cannot continually service the services of a council.
Yeah.
And so it gets to a time they become frustrated and
they
allow,
give up.
and then they lose their properties.
Let me give the final word to Honorable Na on 150 years of the Supreme Court.
I think let me congratulate the judiciary for how far we have brought our court system in this country. When you talk about our courts compared to other jurisdictions, we can say that we have come far.
True.
And we have also not only come far as a country, but we have been able to get prominent people within this country that have excelled in other jurisdictions of the world. Some have been Ghanaians being judges in some countries. It tells you the foundation that was laid by predecessors. Just to add to what Honorable rightly said, the only challenge that some people still have, as we always say, justice delayed is justice denied. So people take the law into their own hands to do things that is not right, but because he felt that taking Honorable Nilante to court and looking at the time that we'll spend in court litigating, whereby we know the truth, it becomes a problem to the court. And one other thing that for me, I think that our court system need to do and to know is that they are judges on this earth. So whatever they do, there's, as we have said earlier, we'll all be accountable for what we are doing today. We should not allow political powers to override our decisions that we make in the courts.
Very well.
Now today, even not a political case, but because somebody know a judge somewhere, and somebody knows him and can introduce him to somebody, at the end of the day, the person don't get good judgment. In fact, I'm into land matters. And sometimes, to be honest and sincere with you, somebody will get a land case and tell you, oh, let's take it to the judge.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, a case that's supposed to be held in Accra, the case can be taken to Tema, or can be taken to Koforidua, or can be taken to a different place. And you ask yourself why? Because somebody knows somebody somewhere. That he thinks that, if this one gets into the hands of this judge, it will be to us our favor.
Advantage.
But at the end of the day, you should know that, look, what you do today will have a consequence of it to deal with people's life in future. So as they are celebrating their 150 years, they should sit down as judges at the various courts and lawyers as in general to reflect that, look, where we have gotten to, what can we do to change our court system?
Thank you very much.
When we're young, I know this judge that I respect him so much. He's so nice. Justice Abba. Then before Justice Abba, there was another judge,
we'll share the story after off air. But thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Honorable Nilante van der Poy. This has been the news review segment here on Breakfast Daily.
Another year is here, a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to draw closer to God and to one another. This family month, your family radio station, 97.3 CDFM, invites you and your loved ones to something truly special. The 2026 Family Consecration Service, a sacred gathering where families come together in prayer, faith, and unity. It's a moment to dedicate your home to God's loving care, to seek His protection, His guidance, and His peace over every household. Come and experience divine connection as we pray for strength, restoration, unity, and direction for our families. Married couples will also have the opportunity to renew their vows, reaffirming love, commitment, and purpose. The date is Friday, the 1st of May, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, Accra. Bring your entire family and come expectant. And let's commit our homes into God's hands. 2026 Family Consecration Service is powered by 97.3 CDFM with support from Channel 1 TV, because the family that prays together stays together.
Calls me home in the power for Christ the solid.
Wow, this is 1998. I can't believe I'm turning 50. When I look back, all that I can remember is all I've been given: life, friendships, family, and dedicated fans. And I still have a seat in a beautiful industry, enjoying the opportunity I've been given to serve Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. But check this out. Channel 1 TV says they want to celebrate me. They say I'm a good example. Is it true? For my 50th birthday, I'm going to build a pediatric emergency center at Menchia Hospital. That is why all these young and vibrant celebrities are coming out to Plus 233 on the 18th of April to come so that we throw this amazing white party together to raise money for that hospital. Kwame Eugene, Kidi, Kimpaluta, Amrado, Miss V, Sister Fia, a free year, Kwabna, Darlington, Abiana, Akwabwa, Abochi, Brothers, Raskuku, Adina, and another friend of mine, Andy Dusty on the 1 and 2s. He is not young. 9 p.m. till you are tired of listening to great music. I know that Channel 1 wishes that they could bring all of this excitement for free, but because we are trying to build a pediatric emergency center at Menchia, please be happy to pay 1,500 for VVIP and 1,000 cedis for VIP. See you there.
Come in. When the Masola passes by, buy some for me, okay? I've asked her to be coming every day.
Uncle, is that referring to me?
Yes, you, of course.
Okay, let's pray. Never mind. Amen. Hey! Heaven save us!
The Blanksons airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, and Everpack on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. And if you're joining us, remember that Nanatu Fobuatin started the show and he sat with his panels as they discussed some topics that are shaping the nation politically. But now we're taking you till 11 a.m., bringing you other things like getting into our community trends and even, some medical interviews that you will definitely love. So don't go nowhere because it's going to be very exciting. My name is Chris Carter.
My name is Philip Nilate. We still want to thank you for supporting us for the Easter Orphan Project that happened on Monday at the donors that came here to Channel 1 TV and also City 97.3 FM to support this move. We fed and we maintained the children at the various orphanages, the rehab, and also the prison that we also went to. That is Osam Chrome prisons. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. If not for your assistance, I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to do that. So we went there with a number of drinks, bags of rice, bags of sugar, financial assistance, and all that to the various orphanages, the rehab, and also the prison that is some Chrome prisons. And I like the fact that the prisoners were very excited. We actually partied hard with them, and want to say a very big thank you to all of you that participated and also helped us to achieve that aim. Well, the seasons of prayer are still ongoing, and the seasons of prayer is a time for you to talk to God directly. So we are doing this in the month of April. We've already started from 1st of April, and it's going to end on the 30th of April 2026. So it starts with the midnight cry, which is 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Then comes down to This Is Your Day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then prayer encounter from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be live actually on Facebook, so you can also share the link when you get the link. And you can call the number 0204 0244 981 112 0244 981 112 for more information. Please join and have an encounter with God. Pray with God during this period.
All right, and after that, we will be heading to the family consecration service right after we wrap up the prayer meetings that we'll be having throughout April. And now it's going to be at the Oil Dome, the Royal House Chapel here in Accra, Friday the 1st May 2026. And this is a yearly service that we always have, bringing the family together to pray together, because there are a lot of people that are probably not talking to their family members, a lot of people who still need to renew their vows, a lot of people who still need to restore their faith, a lot of people who still need to be inspired and even be together in the midst of other people just to pray and all that. So this is the family consecration service. It's meant for you and your family. So tell your family members, get them ready, as we will all head to the Oil Dome at the Royal House Chapel here in Accra, Friday the 1st of May 2026, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. This is brought to you by City 97.3 FM and then supported by Channel 1 TV.
So last week, Thursday, we brought to you the Blanksons. This Thursday, the Blanksons will be on your screen, and as you can see, shows every Thursday 7:30 p.m. and there are repeats on Tuesdays and various days that will also be put on the screen. So the Blanksons is actually a family drama series, actually produced and also shot. Everything is in house, so it's just an interesting one that you'd want to enjoy tonight. This is the second time we are coming to. This is episode 2. The episode 1 was last week. Just was a fantastic one. So please make time, get behind your screens exactly 7 p.m. and be preparing for it for 7:30. So the repeats on Tuesdays 3 p.m., Fridays 11 a.m. and Sundays 4 p.m. We are that kind. We are very kind, at least. We repeat what we are bringing you on screen. So the Fridays at 11:30 a.m. and Tuesdays is 3 p.m. and also Sundays is 4:30 p.m. NASCO Shito, what's that one? Is it the Shito, Lizzie Shito? Hey, wow, some branding there. Okay, and Out Mosquito Coil and Ever Park supporting and also sponsoring this particular Channel 1 TV production, that is the Blanksons.
All right. And we'd like to remind you that the Channel One News app is still live, so feel free to download it. In fact, if you want to stay updated with all the news items or information that we have out there for you, all you need to do is head to the Channel One News app, which is on Google Play Store, and you can get everything right on your phone or your tablet, and you can access it anywhere you go in the world as long as you have internet access.
Chris, do you know of the Wonder Spaced show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2. I like the fact that we create these platforms for children to learn. Yeah, I like it. So it's actually going to. Are you ready? Get ready for it. It's going to be on your screens as well. So the Wonder Space show is coming back. And
with Miss Natalie.
Is going to be the season 2. The way the children are enjoying themselves,
and actually watching Miss Natalie is very interesting because she is very expressive, and it's a very good show to teach children to know things about different industries.
It's good when they get exposed. Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, so children at home will not just only learn, but they will also, be immersed in all the experiences that Miss Natalie takes us through.
So that is the Wonder Spaced show that will be on your screens. The season 2 will be on your screens. Chris, let's move straight into the trends, and let's bring you what is happening. A number of things are happening. Well, we bring you a few. Yesterday, the former finance minister, Ghana's former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has been released by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, following issues related to his immigration status. The former finance minister, according to checks by City News at the Caroline Detention Facility, an ICE-operated center confirmed that his name no longer appears on the detention list. And officials at the facility did not provide further details, but verified that he has been released. So the backstory is that Mr. Ofori-Atta had been in ICE custody since January 2026. In a public notice issued on Wednesday, January 7, 2026, his lawyer, Minka Osei Bonso, and also Bruce and partners clarified that the detention was linked to questions regarding his continued stay in the United States, not any criminal wrongdoing. Despite his release, Mr. Ofori-Atta remains at the center of multiple legal challenges. He and 5 others are facing more than 70 criminal charges linked to ongoing corruption investigations here in Ghana. The case includes allegations that a contract awarded to Strategic Mobilization Limited, SML, resulted in financial loss of more than 1.4 billion Ghana cedis to the state. Well, let's bring you comments on that. The former finance minister has been released. A good doctor and a good lawyer, every man needs them before dark days come. Well, it's true. ICE-CRA has passed a special prosecutor. ICE-CRA, he has passed a special prosecutor. What are we waiting for? We need to pick him up fast. Hey, my people can talk. Oh. This one says that it's always been funny to me that people thought a man with his resources and wealth wouldn't hire the best attorneys to ensure he's not deported. Well, you say, this man is not coming to Ghana anytime soon. There was a writer from Kojo Iyanka who is actually entreating Ofori-Atta to come back to the country. But that is it with the comment form.
So they have to even write a write-up to beg him to come back.
Oh, that's
so we're writing articles to beg him. Daddy, please come back. We have a whole article for you.
The article, when I read, it's just an interesting. It says that you have believed in everything in Ghana. You have believed in what we have in the country. You have helped in the setting up of a financial institution, Data Bank, and you have also been the finance minister. So why not? Ghana is still your home.
So Ghana first.
Yeah, Ghana first. So come back home. But anyway, it's just so now he's not. Let's see the next line of action. then we'll be following up on this particular story keenly. But yesterday, the National Road Safety Authority declared that Toyota Voxy vehicles being used for commercial transport in Ghana are operating illegally, citing both regulatory breaches and also safety concerns. And the Toyota Voxy vehicles, Charlie, when you're moving from Accra to Kumasi, someone will say the kind of catcher they do on the road and the speed at which the drivers go, I really don't know. I haven't been in one before, but it's just, it's just somewhere. That's Toyota Voxy vehicle. Oh, this is the first time I've seen Toyota Voxy.
Really seen it before.
So Abraham Maliba, who is the boss for NSRA, actually spoke. Let's bring you his interview after you have further conversation on that here on the show.
The conversion of right-hand drive vehicles to left-hand drive. Close down garages that do the conversion because they are engaged in an illegality. Educate the traveling public, the motoring public, particularly passengers, of the dangers if they continue to, as it were, use Toyota vehicles. As to whether we would ban them or not, we are not there yet. But what we know is that they are supposed to only, as it were, ply intra-city and not inter-city. And we would ensure that this recommendation is applied. The conversion of right-hand drive vehicles to left-hand drive. Close down garages that do the conversion because they are engaged in an illegality. Educate the traveling public, the motoring public, particularly passengers, of the dangers if they continue to, as it were, use Toyota vehicles. As to whether we would ban them or not, we are not there yet. But what we know is that they are supposed to only, as it were, ply intra-city and not inter-city. And we would ensure that this recommendation is applied.
So that was the Executive Director for the National Road Safety Authority, Abraham Maliba, who was actually speaking there. So according to the authority, like what he said, the vehicles, many of which are right-hand drive, do not meet the legal requirement of use on Ghana's roads, particularly for commercial purposes. This position was reinforced during the presentation of a report by a technical working group tasked with assessing the suitability of Toyota Voxy vehicles in the country. The committee found that the vehicles were not designed for commercial use, like Abraham Maliba said, and that steering conversion carried out to adapt them for local condition often fail to meet approved safety standards. So that's it. We've seen a number of them. They are being brought to the country and they are being changed. There's this conversion, but I know people who have really brought a number of them, like 100.
Yeah, but that also makes me have questions like, so if it was not used for commercial use.
Oh, you can use it domestic.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use it. So it could serve as family. Yeah,
minibus.
Yeah, for the family.
Yeah, tiny minibus for the family.
Then again, you see, I'm not a technical person, but I think the continuous movement of the vehicle long journey could also be another challenge. Yeah, because but if you're having it as a family vehicle. It's not
It's once in a while.
once in a while
Yeah.
you really do long journey or something. So I think that is what is coming from the National Road Safety Authority on that. But we still be having our eyes on it. But you have been talking, and let's bring the public's view into this particular conversation. Let's see. I do not want to think that beyond the safety concerns, this is an afterthought. Is DVLA not responsible for roadworthiness of cars? If it's safety, what is preventing us from developing a railway system? Is it because it will collapse VIP businesses? Well, you say.
Another question.
Okay, so in Ghana here, we use cargo, that is sprinters, cars as commercial transport, but the one with comfort, we are saying it's not good. The best solution is to educate the drivers who use the Voxy not to overspeed. You mean not to speed? Well, are they not being educated well to do this? What about the Toyota Vitz 2? Yeah, there is also that conversion that is being done with Toyota Vitz. There's also that conversion. Simple logic. Why allow a right-hand vehicle into a country that uses left-hand drive? Well, that one too has to also be looked into. Okay, Eka Abefie. Okay, is that it? Yeah. So that's it. So from the National Road Safety Authority, well, it's not right for you to use this vehicle, but as to whether it's going to be banned or not, it's a conversation for another day. Maybe tomorrow we'll be engaging you further to find out from you what you experience with the Toyota Voxy drivers and how you manage yourself when you are in one. Because
Well, at the end of the day, I don't
people
think it's
love
about.
it though.
I don't think it's about the Toyota Voxy drivers. It's about the car. It's not about the drivers. It's about the car. It should be about the car.
No, it's not the drivers.
Yeah.
No, both. I think it works hand in hand. Yes, because if you do not have a car that is ideally meant for that distance and it's not fit for purpose, and you have a driver who is also very interested in just pressing the accelerator and doing all what he or she wants to do on the road for that period of time, is also another problem. Because they drive.
So what if it becomes an Uber?
Well,
or a Bolt or a Yango.
From what Amaliba said, it's intercity.
Intercity.
Not intra. Outside. So if you are using it within Accra or within Kumasi or within Takoradi or within Kufuria, the speed you will drive or you would go, it's not going to be same. In intercity. So
I think like one of the tweets said, I think there needs to be a lot more education on this. You just don't come out and say, okay, yeah, this is not fit for use here, and then just leave it like that. They need to have conversations with the drivers and all that. Because people need to understand. One thing I've realized with such informations, not just concerning the, say, road safety, but when it comes to information dissemination in the country, a lot of people do not get it. Just people who watch TV. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I feel like if there needs to be proper education, then you need to go down to the people using it, to the people who own it, to the people who are even bringing it to the country. Don't just come and say it on TV and that's it, because at the end of the day, how many people watch TV these days? How many people are listening to radios? Everybody's looking for, a hustle.
Yeah.
So try to reach the people down there who are really using these things.
So rather a bit of correction there. This is for intracity, so within the city, and it's not for intercity. Yeah. So it's not.
Oh yeah, you were right.
For other cities. So anyway, that's it for the Voxy issue, and also that is it for the trends. Let's bring you the video of the day.
When we combine these two, we should get a simple effervescent reaction. Nothing to fear. Watch closely.
Jesus. Move back. Go.
Hey. When we combine these two, we should get a simple effervescent reaction. Nothing to fear. Watch closely.
Jesus. Move back. Go.
When When we combine these two, we should get a simple effervescent reaction. Nothing to fear. Watch closely.
Jesus.
Move back! Go!
Hey!
I thought the lecturer says nothing to fear. So why was he running away? These chemicals, mixing it. Interesting. Interesting. He maybe he didn't mix it well. He didn't mix it well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or he overdropped it. He
Yeah.
probably supposed to use one drop. He did
you're
2
supposed
drops.
to
You know.
check the measurement.
Very important.
So that you don't blast the place. Anyway, that's the video of the day. Nothing to fear, but the teacher there was actually scared of what happened. Now let's bring you our community. Let's enter into our communities. 2 days ago, there was an issue in the Ashanti region, where the tricycle riders that we call Aboboya, they went to the Oti landfill site and they were lined up there. We understand that there was an issue at that particular landfill site, but our Middle Belt Bureau Chief, Hafiz Tijani, quickly saw that, filed a report. Let's bring you that report. We will speak to him. We will speak to the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, find out from them as well what is being done about the situation, because it has to do with sanitation. And you know, when it comes to issues with about sanitation here, we are very passionate about it. So let's bring you that report after we speak to Hafiz and KMA as well.
The Oti landfill site is the destination for solid waste from communities within the Kumasi metropolis and a number of districts and municipalities within the Ashanti region. These tricycles have now become major conveyors of the waste to the landfill site, but the operators lament the difficulty in offloading the waste on time. The waste collectors are blaming the frequent breakdown of the equipment used in leveling the refuse to make space for more waste to be dumped.
Anopa 7:30 ena me bai ente aya ye ba ye nya kwan yeren enko fie ye bola no ye ba gina osa ebi mu kura ba ko fie anajo 12 1 to 2 honum kura ye nya bibi enfie ba ese be delay o se esa no say very bad o so bu o sa wo adwuma foforo be sa pese onkoyere obu o so anye se oba first load no nko a obu a okobe mienu ntino oba sana ubedidi delay sana esa na ha adwene.
These tricycles have been parked for hours as operators had to wait to get the refuse offloaded before they can leave. The tricycle operators want authorities to intervene and fix this recurring issue permanently.
The worry is that if the machine is a new one, if you pour the baller here, the machine will push the baller from here to this palm tree so that it will level it. And the second one will put it. So even 10 motors will pour all the baller down and it will put always level and they will make platform. So we started it from down to up now. You see, so this is our problem. What we need is this. We need a new machine. So the regional minister should help us. Machine the air condemn. Machine nye. Eba kompe na sa company we kasi we na ka say ye one machines probably 4. Or ba kompe.
Management of the landfill site, the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, is yet to respond to the development after Channel 1 News contacted authorities.
The waste collectors are calling for permanent solutions at the Oti landfill site to prevent a sanitation crisis. Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Oti landfill site, Ashanti region.
So that is a report by our Middle Belt Bureau Chief, Hafiz Tijani, from the Oti landfill site. And Chris, you saw it for yourself.
It's quite disturbing.
The trucks are lined up to the OT landfill site. And what we understand is at that particular landfill site, they have about 4 or 5 compactors. And these compactors actually broke down. 2 or 3, so that's the compactor you can see there. 2 or 3 have now been fixed, but it's still not still not adequate for the place to really be how do I put it? For them to get the job done immediately, so
or
that
for them to receive
more refuse in the area. So,
but you see, this actually reminds me of the series we were having some months ago on sanitation. You know, like they actually said it.
Yeah.
The authorities said it.
Yeah.
If
So-
nothing is done about it, it's going to overflow.
Yeah,
And this is
and
probably an
and the
overflow.
conversation with Hafiz mentioned that this particular landfill site is a place where refuse from the greater Kumasi has been received. So Hafiz Tijani is joining us live. Hafiz, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Philip.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, I'm well. Thanks for asking.
Good. So the OT landfill site, where do these truck riders move from to the OT landfill site? And I'm going to ask also that the refuse is received from which of the communities in the greater Kumasi to the OT landfill site?
So before the Kwadasu municipality, the Tafo municipality, the Oporiko municipality, the Asakaram municipality, and also Swami municipality were carved out of the Kumasi metropolis. All of them, we used to have all these areas under Kumasi metropolis, and they were all using this place as a destination of their waste. So even after these areas were made municipalities, those I just mentioned, some of them are still not having their dump sites or their landfill site. They still rely on the OT landfill site, which is located in the Asuka municipality, but it's managed by the KMA because the KMA is a metropolis, and the KMA has managed this facility to this time. So even with the Asuka municipality becoming a municipality on its own, being carved out of the Kumasi metropolis, the KMA still manages the facility. And then, so we have all these areas bringing their refuse there. So you talk about communities within the Kumasi metropolis now, the Bantama sub-metro, the Shaisu sub-metro, the Mensia sub-metros, Mensia South and North sub-metros, which are still under the Kumasi metropolis. Communities within these areas still under the Kumasi metropolis, they take their refuse there. And you have these municipalities who do not also have their independent landfill site or dump site, also taking their waste to this place. So these are the communities. We are talking about over 100 communities that take their refuse to the landfill site.
But this particular situation that you witnessed on Tuesday, has it been a recurring situation or is this one-off?
Well, it started on Monday and then entered Tuesday, and this has been recurring. So usually there's a breakdown of this equipment, and then they repair, then it breaks down again, then they repair. So because of the volumes of waste that is generated from communities I've just mentioned, the pressure is on the equipment, and every day the equipment has to work from morning to evening because from about 6 a.m. you are finding or you see these waste collectors taking the refuse to the landfill site to about maybe 4 p.m. because some of them usually go to some of the communities far away from where the landfill site is situated in Asqa. And then imagine someone traveling or cutting the waste from a place like Tapo is very far. So they will have to also go to the various households to get these refuse, collect them, then they bring them to the landfill site. So some of them usually get to the landfill site like 4 p.m., others 3 p.m., and others also do the waste collection and then wait the next day, then they go early. But the pressure on the equipment is making it so difficult for them to be able to maybe maintain it, though they maintain it frequently, but they also experience the breakdown frequently.
Hafiz, well, let's enter the figures now. If you have information, that'll be fine. And I don't know if you also got in touch with the KMA. We will soon be speaking to them for figures. But do you know how many motorcycles or tricycles move to the place in a day, and how much do they pay to dump?
Well, each truck pays 30 cedi when they get to the entrance. Before they go to dump it, they pay 30 cedi. That's the collection fee the managers of the facility take from each of the trucks. And in a day, we are talking about more than 50 trucks going there, because it's not a kind of a company that is manning it. These are individual waste collectors, but they have come together to form an association where they have leaders who also run this association. So because it's an individual thing, people will just purchase the tricycle and they venture into some of these activities. So you don't have control maybe to say that this number of waste trucks should go to the landfill site. But people just go collect the refuse, then they go and dump them, then they pay and go and dump them.
Is this landfill site one of the biggest in the Ashanti region, or it's the biggest?
Well, I'll say it's a major landfill site. Even before the Just Fund group of companies came and then established the compost plant, this has been running, like I mentioned, these municipalities within the Greater Kumasi area. These municipalities, communities from these municipalities have always relied on the landfill sites to dump their waste. And this has been running, and it's over 15 years now. And there were concerns. You know, we did a story about the KMA wanting to get some money to build 2 additional sites, because the place was getting filled up, and there are fears that if they don't build additional cells, they might end up shutting down the place, and that will degenerate into a bigger sanitation crisis within the Ashanti region.
Right. So is this the first time it's happening in the 15 years?
Okay, so for the machine or the equipment breakdown, this has been happening. So just that the managers of the facility would manage the breakdown. When the machine breaks down, they tell us they have 3 of these compacting machines which compact the waste and other equipment. Usually they repair and then it breaks down because of the volumes of waste, like I stated, that goes to the landfill site, and also the how frequent the equipment works, so from morning to evening. So they say that is what is attributing to the breakdown, and usually they repair and then it breaks down again, but they still go ahead to repair. But the concern for the tricycle operators is that usually if they come and then they pay money, they expect that when they come, as soon as they come, they have to dump their refuse and move. They don't have to come and queue and be in queue for a very long time and not getting a place to offload their refuse.
All right, so if this continues and the machine is still down, what are the tricycle riders supposed to do with the refuse that they have in their truck?
Well, it will mean two things. It will mean that they will not be going to the various communities to collect the waste. That is one. Or they will collect the waste and come to the landfill site and queue and not get a place to offload them. Then we are going to get waste scattered around communities within these areas I've mentioned, within Greater Kumasi and parts of the Ashanti region.
Right. And what's the reaction from the people, from the citizens of that municipality?
Well, people are worried. They say that when the waste collectors come, they don't give out or they don't take their waste for free. They don't collect their waste for free.
Right.
They also pay money to these waste collectors. So for them, their major concern is for this waste to be dumped, and they will also be free from waste or refuse from their homes. And they want the authorities to ensure that these equipment and the challenges at the landfill site are resolved so that they can have smooth collection, that the waste collectors can have a smooth collection of their waste. Then they will also avoid some of the consequences if their waste, the waste is not collected.
Okay. So, Hafiz, before you take leave of us, what's the current situation at the place? Is it so on Monday and Tuesday? The tricycle operators were there. Have they moved from the place, or the situation is still the same?
So as of yesterday, they were able to repair two of the equipment, and they have begun working. And most of the trucks have been able to offload, and they have gone back to the communities to collect the waste again.
So with this particular landfill site, when you went there, per your assessment, the waste is just being dumped there, and that is it. Nothing else is being done to the waste, I guess.
Can you come again, Philip? I didn't get
So
that.
this landfill site, when you went there as the reporter, from what you saw, is it that when the waste is just dumped there, it's just left like that, nothing is being done as to maybe there's going to be some sort of recycling and people come there to just take waste and also go and recycle all that. So what exactly is the plan like when you went there to see it for yourself as the reporter?
Yes, so there's no any facility that is there to recycle this. So like you mentioned, we have also waste pickers who come around to pick some waste. The scavengers, they come around, pick the recyclables, and then take them off. So I was asking a question some time ago when we were working on this story. I asked if there cannot be segregation of waste from the waste management department, and they say there can be segregation, and that is what is being done at the landfill site. That is when the waste is brought. But they would have waste that there was segregation from source. So if households are separating their waste, maybe putting the plastics in one container and then putting other things or other refuse in another container, then when the waste comes there, they are able to just take off the recyclables and then give them to these scavengers or these recycling companies who come around to take some of these things. But there's no any recycling facility at the place. It's just that they are collecting the waste, compacting it, and ensuring that the waste do not choke within the community.
Yes, but have they ever done any education on telling people how to segregate the waste?
Well, for them, they have done some form of education, even with the tricycle operators. But the feedback they said they got was that the tricycle operators are also finding it difficult because when they go to pick the waste, they do not have that leisure to maybe segregate the waste before even bringing it to the landfill site. Their interest is just to collect the waste and get their money, and they will not have that time to segregate the waste before bringing it to the landfill site. So it is only the the Just Fund facility, the compost plant, that is where there's a recycling plant there that they do recycling. So most of these people, the scavengers, some of them when they come and then pick the recyclables from the Oti landfill side, they channel it to that facility or take it to other local recycling companies within the Ashanti region.
Hafiz, thank you so much for your time. Hafiz Tijani is Middle Belt Bureau Chief, telling us what is happening at the Oti landfill site in the Ashanti region. On Monday to Tuesday, there was a queue there, and the tricycle operators couldn't dump the refuse they were carrying in their trucks, let me put it that way, on their tricycle, because some of the compactors at the Oti landfill site was were destroyed, and we understand that the situation is actually being resolved gradually, but this isn't the first time this is happening. Looks like it's been happening a lot of times, and these tricycle operators pay 30 Ghana cedis to dump the refuse. But Chris, the reason why I asked him whether it's the landfill site and there are other things that have been put in place to ensure that we are actually doing the recycling, or there is this engineering system that has been put in place, because sometimes we can also see a dump site. So we can see a landfill site which is highly engineered, regulated facility designed to isolate waste from the environment using a linear and also collection system. And in contrast, the dump site, which is just an open space, unregulated, non-engineered site where waste is piled without environmental protection, posing significant contamination risk to groundwater and soil. So you see that because the place is not engineered, and there isn't any measure to put in place to, like what we are seeing, the compacting and all that, it's for a very long time the refuse will now heap to go high,
very high,
very high, and now you'll be looking for a new space that you want to have as a landfill site.
We've seen it on the show before.
Yeah, we've seen it on the show before. We saw it at Bone Dam site, and we've seen also that one too at Bone, a landfill site that was also decommissioned and all that. So if some form of measures will be put in place, because like Hafiz said, if the tricycle operators are not able to dump, that means your refuse in your house will stay in your house. And they wouldn't be able to come to your house immediately and come and carry what you have there to the landfill site or the dump site. But that brings to a bigger conversation. Recently, there was a report from ISE, and was carried here live on TV, where we had to speak extensively about what the government, what we are doing to ensure that we have the sanitation issue in the country really resolved. But anyway, let's speak to the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. Henrietta Efia Kunedu Abuaji is the Public Relations Officer for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. They happen to be the managers of the Oti landfill site. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
I trust you are doing well.
Thank you, sir.
What report did you receive about the Oti landfill site on Monday and Tuesday?
All right, so good morning to your viewers. Actually, as of Monday, personally, I saw some pictures on social media about tricycles with refuse piled up going into the landfill site. It looks like they were in a queue and they've not had access to offload their waste at the site so that they can go about their duties. And that was how the issue was. And so we started making polls, and I got to know that our machines that we are working with at the site had all broken down at a pole. They are 3 in number, and mostly it's one at a time, and then it's repaired and it comes to join the others. But unfortunately, the 3, all of them were down at that time.
And
so in the queue that we saw.
And the 3 being down at the same time, for how many days were these equipment down, or did it just last for hours?
It was down. I think it happened on Sunday or something, but by Tuesday, they managed to repair 2 out of the 3. The third one is still being repaired. It's not, from this morning, I've not received any word whether it's fully back to work or it's still under repairs. But as a close of work yesterday, the word was that it's still being repaired. But it's functional now and is working.
Is this the first time such an incident is happening, or it's happened before?
With the machines breaking down?
Yes, with the machine breaking down, and also you having queue leading to the landfill site.
The machine breaks down, but it's intense. It takes time to break down, not at the same time. That's why I say that it was quite unfortunate, but they are machines, it happens. So they all broke down at once. But with the queue, it happens. With the queue, it happens. It happens when it's raining or when the rainy season is in session or when it rains continuously. We have this queue. Because inside the facility, the road there is not a road that has been asphalted. It's a road that's made with sand and then some gravels or granite, so that it can be, movements can happen. That's how the facility is made. So when it rains, the place is quite slippery. So even if the machines working there have to take their time, the trucks also have to take their time. And so all this takes time, because if ordinarily they are using 2 minutes or 3 minutes to offload, and because of the slippery or damp nature of the place, they have to take extra 2 or extra 3 minutes, which is 6-7 minutes. It obviously will result in a queue at the entrance, and so occasionally such things happen.
And as managers of the facility, what are the major challenges you face in managing this particular landfill site?
The challenge would be the fact that as at now, all of the refuse are mixed. We don't have a recycling, as in when it comes to segregation, segregating plastic, biodegradables, and other metals and papers from it. And that would be the challenge, because, you know, other places, they have been able to segregate their waste. And so when it goes there, you know, this one goes here, this one goes the other way. And because as a country, all our waste, we lump them together and then we come and pour them. And that will be a challenge that I think we'll have there. And then also there are private people that goes in there to do sorting and take plastics out, metals and other things out. But I think holistically, if we could do that ourselves, it would be good, so that we are able to get revenue or energies out of it.
Wow. So the people we see on the landfill doing the sorting and all that are private individuals and taking it to wherever they are taking it to. Is that it?
Yes, please.
And is there, aside the compacting, is that another thing you do? Because you know it's supposed to be an engineered landfill site. Is that what it is? Or is this a place that they just go and dump and just do the compacting?
It is an engineered landfill site. So the technical people will be the best to explain, but they've done it in such a way that the liquid and other things that is from the refuse, there's a channel with which it goes through and is held and is treated and all that.
Wow. Another issue that we've seen with these landfill sites is the fact that the space becomes small with time, meaning that we have more refuse being dumped at these places. Is that another challenge you are facing at this landfill site, that it started small, it's now expanding?
Okay, so the landfill sites on average daily receives about 2,000 tons of waste, and these waste is not coming from the Kumasi alone, i.e. our 5 sub-metros or our 5 constituencies. The adjoining municipalities and districts all come to dump from Ejiso, from Kwadaso, Ebuakwa, Kwabre, Mampontin, all of them. As far as Kodie, they all come. So we receive not only from our immediate environment but beyond. And as they come in with all this unsegregated waste, if it's the correct expression to say, this unsegregated waste, the place will obviously get smaller, but the compaction truck compounds them and makes sure that there is space for it. The managers of the place, being the Waste Management Department, has formally written a report to the Chief Executive about how best we think the place can be done to expand it. And he's going through them, so I'm sure when he's done, we'll be able to know the way forward. I'm not privy to the content of the report, so I can't. But we do know that as the volume trickles in, and land is also not expanding, land does not grow. The size you have today is the same size you're going to have tomorrow. And so to be able to make good use of it, we are also thinking of how best we can manage the waste so that day in, day out, we'll be able to take our waste there and there will still be space to work with. And so as a city, the report from our waste management department is also going to help the city authority, i.e. the chief executive, also take a decision that will benefit all of us.
Great. And we actually appreciate the fact that you have joined us. But we also understand that each tricycle operator pays 30 Ghana cedis to offload. Is that okay, or do you have some financial issues that is also results in the compactor getting broken down, and maybe it takes time for it being repaired?
Okay, so the government of Ghana gives each assembly a ceiling, or gives us a quota, or gives us a range with which we have to work in when it comes to our finances, and then the amount that we'll have to charge each institution or individual to pay. And so the levies that we collect, we are guided by the document from Ministry of Finance as to the exact amount that you can collect. And so we have what we call fee fixing. There are amounts in the fee fixing. The amounts they pay, we wish they could have paid higher. But then the amounts, the rules from Ministry of Finance guiding us in making our fee fixing will not allow us to go beyond that. And so we'll have to charge as we've been guided. The amount they bring in, the 30 cedis they pay, it is used there, in the work there. But we wish that they could pay higher. I cannot, of my own, mention an amount. There's an FNA, the Finance and Administration Committee, that's set to, guided by the Ministry of Finance regulation, sets the target. And then government also comes in to augment these amounts that we collect from the site. And so the 30 cedis is for the tricycles that come, and then the trucks, some of them depending on their sizes, and then the waste to, I think it's 100 cedis, and then there's 120, and then I think there are others also 130, thereabouts. But they are all subsidized, government subsidized a certain amount, because those managing the place, the compaction trucks and others, they charge 83 cedis per a ton. So if you are having 2,000 tons coming in weekly, daily, and then mind you, of the trucks that go there, there's not all of them that pay. So let's say if KMA has cleaned the Central Business District and our trucks is going to offload the waste, they don't pay anything there. So it is also recorded, and then it is paid for by the Assembly or central government in that order.
Okay. Madam Efia Kunedu Abuaji, we are grateful that you joined us. But a last question before you go. Maybe a last question if she's still there. We want to find out from her if she can give the assurance that we wouldn't have any sanitation crisis as they are working around to fix the last compactor. If you are there, if you can answer that question for us.
Yes, we are not in crisis when it comes to sanitation. We are doing our best. And as I speak to you, we normally used to have a night cleaning section. We realize that when we clean in the night, we come in the morning and people still have refuse and packs of bags with them at vantage point. And so the chief executive has moved it to the morning. And so now we clean the CPD from morning, from 5 a.m. to 10. That is when the cleaning is done, and then the trucks also start collecting after them. And so we can assure the public that as an assembly, is our heartbeat that the city is clean, and we are not letting go of that beat.
Okay. Madam Efia Kunedu Abwaji, thank you so much for your time. She's the Public Relations Officer at the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. Well, she's given us assurance, and now the compactors are working except for 3 in number. All 3 got broken down on Sunday. 2 have been fixed, and now 1 is still being fixed. But another issue that she raises, we wish we could charge more, but for fees and charges from the Ministry of Finance, we have to be within a particular range. So we're monitoring this keenly, and we'll be informing our viewers what is happening in that area. You know, Kumasi is actually the 2nd biggest city in this country. So when it comes to issues of sanitation, we definitely have to talk about it here on this show, so that we wouldn't get things moving around in such a way that people do not know what is happening. We've seen the story on social media, we've seen the story on Channel 1 TV, but there isn't any follow-up and all that. So the Assembly says that it's working around the clock to get the issue fixed. So I'm sure that the people of Kumasi can also heave a sigh of relief that your waste can be taken from your home to the Oti landfill site.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it, right? Okay, so we take a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on the Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. Stay with us here.
Another year is here, a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to draw closer to God and to one another. This family month, your family radio station, 97.3 CDFM, invites you and your loved ones to something truly special. The 2026 Family Consecration Service, a sacred gathering where families come together in prayer, faith, and unity. It's a moment to dedicate your home to God's loving care, to seek His protection, His guidance, and His peace over every household. Come and experience divine connection as we pray for strength, restoration, unity, and direction for our families. Married couples will also have the opportunity to renew their vows, reaffirming love, commitment, and purpose. The date is Friday, the 1st of May, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, Accra. Bring your entire family and come expectant. And let's commit our homes into God's hands. 2026 Family Consecration Service is powered by 97.3 CDFM with support from Channel 1 TV, because the family that prays together stays together.
Calls me in the power for Christ the solid.
Come in. When the Masola passes by, buy some from me, okay? I've asked her to be coming every day.
Uncle, is that referring to me?
Yes, you, of course.
Okay, let's pray. Never mind. Amen. Daddy! Hey! Heaven save us!
Mama, The Black Sense airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, and Everpack on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
What's up, everybody? This your girl, Sis Steph here. Listen,
He is family, okay? I have so many memories with him, moments of laughter, growth, real support. He's someone who has always believed in people and lifted others up, including myself. Ochiame Kwame, I want to wish you a happiest 50th birthday. Okay, you are an inspiration to many of us, myself, okay? May God richly bless you with more life, more success, and more strength to keep doing good. We celebrate you and always. We love you. Helping children. That's outstanding. That's legacy. That's something truly powerful. So we say, big ups to your Ochiame Kwame. Catch me on the 18th of April. I will be live performing, okay? So catch me at the +233 live performance. I bet you know that when I step up, we kill it. See you there.
Everyone, you are welcome to Doctor in the House, and we're excited to be back. We were off throughout the month of March because of Heritage Month, but hey, we are back right now and we are continuing the series on eyes. And you know, the last episode that we actually showed how to do with our eyes, and we are still continuing that episode. So in studio with us, we have Dr. Augustine Derry, who's an optometrist at Third Eye Care and Vision Center, GOA 2024 Best Optometrist, Fellow of the American Academy of Optometry, and works with Third Eye Care and Vision Center. And if you're joining us for the first time, I'm sure you're wondering what this is about. This is Doctor in the House, what I like to call the consultation before the main consultation, if you have to get into a hospital. And it's also like a mini med school because we get to learn a lot when it comes to our health and also how we can manage some of the issues that we are going through, or probably just letting you know that it's time for you to go to the hospital. So today we're going to be talking about caring for children's eyes. What every parent should know. Hi, Dr. Derry.
Hello, Christy.
It's nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
I mean, throughout the month of March, we've been busy with, we're
yes,
busy with
I see,
heritage things and Ghana things.
I liked what I saw,
Yes.
the different variety, the dressing, the food. It was beautiful.
Yeah. But we're back now.
Yeah, back to business.
And you're wearing your glasses.
Yes,
Dr.
I
Derry.
think I should set a good
Don't
example.
let me call you out on TV. All right, so let's get straight into it. Caring for children's eyes. How different is a child's eye from an adult's eye?
Okay, well, first of all, let's start with the obvious. A child's eyes are smaller than an adult's eye.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
While we are growing, do our eyes grow too?
Yes, actually, when a baby is born, I mean, before the baby is even born, the eye starts forming. By the time the baby is born, the eyes are at a certain stage of development and continues to grow. Even when the physical structures seem okay and intact, there's also other growth and development that has to take in terms of, let me say, neuronal development, the nerves, the communication between the eyes and the brain, all those things, they continue to occur till a point where it is fully developed.
At what point do we say a child's eye is fully developed?
Well, basically say around 8 years, thereabouts. Yes, we would say that. That's the period. It's from 0 to up to the period of what we call around 8 years. We call that a critical period. Because at this time, a lot of things are moving and changing. And so we would usually like that if anything is going to happen or if we are going to catch something, we catch it early.
Early?
Yes.
Wow.
You didn't know this?
Yeah, that's why I said wow, because we don't go to the optician, optometrist. We don't go to the hospitals to check our eyes during this age.
Yes.
I mean, I can't remember what happened to me as a baby, but I can tell from parents now that nobody's doing that.
One of the questions I hear after examining some parents in the consulting room is this, Doc, oh, thank you for this nice exam. I don't know if it's a silly question, but I have a baby. Can I bring the baby to be examined? Can you check the baby's eyes? And you know, professionally you are thinking, oh, of course. But then you are like, okay, this is not a trained person. So I'm saying this to all parents. I mean, you may be thinking, oh, the baby is too young.
Too young.
But the baby has eyes, and the eyes can be checked, and that's what we are there for.
So during this time of, so the 0 to the 8 years, so that's the critical period, which is the developing period. How many times should I have to come to the hospital with my baby if I have a baby?
Okay.
Or
so,
a child?
Let's say within the first 6 months of birth, your child should have an eye exam done by a professional.
So when you say professional, do we just say any doctor?
No, not any doctor.
Okay.
Your child can see an optometrist or your child can see an ophthalmologist. Because, you know, even some problems even come with the birth, apart from genetic issues, which, you know, they are genetic.
Yeah.
There are others that during the birth process, for example, some infections like gonorrhea, like chlamydia, if the mother has that infection.
An STD, basically.
Yes, and is giving birth or goes into labor, gives birth to the child, the infection can get into the eyes. And trust me, these can even blind the child's eyes. So some of the people who may be blind from birth, maybe because of an infection the mother had. Yes, and then give birth to the child. And if this is like, if you give birth and in 3 to 5 days, let's just make it first 2 weeks, let's open the window. The child starts having swollen eyes, massive discharge, these sticky yellow things coming out of the eyes, promptly go back to the hospital.
Sorry, but could that be from an STD that the mother carried?
Oh yes, gonorrhea can come from that. Yes. So parents should watch well. If you have any infections, you need to treat it. In fact, safe sex is important.
Yeah, during pregnancy.
Yes. So that you don't even get there, and then watch yourself well. You have to. Yeah, really.
I'm actually shocked. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm shocked because, yeah, I understand that some infections might affect a child, but the child's eyes?
Yes, the child's eyes. I mean, the child is passing through the birth canal, through the vagina and out.
Another level for me. Like, that's the one I'm shocked about.
Yeah. These infections can affect
So some of the infections we're looking at are probably STDs, gonorrhea and what?
Chlamydia. Yes. These are the most common ones that would. But the good thing is that if you go to a good hospital, they try to check all of these. They can even put some drops in the baby's eyes just after the baby has been born, you know, just to prevent some of these. But not everyone will give birth in the hospital.
And not everyone will give birth in a good hospital.
Well, let's assume all hospitals are good. Yes. So then, midwives are very well trained on this. Gynaes are well trained on this in normal hospital. Very well trained.
So is this, okay, I know this is off the eye, but is this why we are advised to always have our antenatal classes and all that?
Yes, these apart from the eye, they help prevent some developmental issues. We always look at things from the curative point, but prevention has been always better than cure. Yeah, so that you don't even get to those. So yes, at birth, they can check these things, but from the birth to first 6 months, you're supposed to have the first eye check. 3 months, by 3 years, another eye check is recommended. And then after that, before school.
Okay, that's
before school, because about 70% or more, I'm estimated, of what we learn is visual. So if your child is going to school, going to learn, you want to be sure that the instruments, the primary instruments, or one of the first instruments they'll use is in good shape.
Right.
So you send a child to the eye clinic or hospital, and then let us do an assessment on the child. Because there are certain milestones that are supposed to be achieved in terms of vision development. Just when you give birth to a child, by a certain age, you expect the child to be able to sit by himself, able to crawl. In the same way, we have vision milestones that children have to attain. Then we know that they are developing properly. So here we are even talking about just the young children, babies. We haven't even gone all the way to the older children yet.
Right. Okay, so let's move from the young babies to the older children. So after the child starts, visiting, after the child visits, say at the age of the school-going age,
yes.
What's the next age before he gets to a teen?
For that, I would personally recommend just every year,
Yearly
as you are
checks.
doing your general
Routine.
medical routine checkup, just go with the children. I met her, I wish I remembered his name. I would have loved to commend him on TV. I was shocked. He actually is very prompt on this. So if he's watching, I can't remember his name, but yeah, kudos to him. He brings his whole family, all the children, and has time to do all the check. Very commendable. Normally, you have people come in when there's a problem.
Yeah, when the eye is blurry, when they can't see.
So even talking about the milestones, say you give birth to a child. Let me tell you something. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But when you give birth to a child, at birth, the child actually has very, very poor eyesight. Can barely see. The eyes are there, but the inner structures are still developing. So you realize at that point that, let me say, the child will not mind you.
Yeah.
Kuchi, 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 the child is not minding you. He's barely seeing.
But the eye's moving up and down.
Yeah, even it takes, after, you say, a month to 3 months, then you now see the eyes moving left, right. But you should also note that around this time, when the eyes start to move around, sometimes the movement will be uncoordinated. So you would notice a squint. So if you are a new parent, it might be a bit alarming. So if you're a new parent, your child is, say, by about 3 months old or less, and you see that the eyes are crossing once in a while, alukumi, that's what we say. If you don't understand what the squint is. One eye is looking this way, the other eye is looking this way. They look a bit crossed. Don't be too alarmed. The cross, if it comes once in a while, that's okay. But by 6 months, we expect the eyes to be well aligned, moving very well.
Following
up,
their
down, yes,
hands,
together, following, yes.
Yeah.
They should be able to follow your hand, to be able to track objects that are moving.
Yeah.
By the same 6 months, their color vision perception is better.
Right.
So they are able to tell colors much, much better than when they were babies. When they are babies, it's more black and whitish.
Like dogs?
Why? No. But I do say dogs are able to see quite a good number of, things.
Yeah, they see things,
but babies,
but they don't see colors.
Babies just see in just the shade of black, white, then color vision starts to develop.
All right, so talking about color, right?
Yeah.
Someone recently told me, I know this is not about babies, but I'm sure this starts in childhood. Someone recently told me I'm colorblind. How do people even know they're colorblind?
Okay, some people may not even know that they are. When we talk about color blindness, this a little aside, but anyway, it still affects children. Color blindness may not necessarily mean color blind, but may mean that the person is not seeing colors like any other person. For example, this red seat I'm sitting in, someone may not see the red very well. Sometimes it's even a pair of colors, like red, green. So something like this is very important because imagine that you have someone driving at the traffic light.
Oh, and it's red. They can't stop.
Yeah, that's. I actually met someone who has a red-green problem, and okay, how do you drive through the traffic light? And he's like, oh, I just look at the position of the lights. So he's found a way to adapt. These are very important things and can actually cause issues at workplaces. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, color vision is an important thing. Some people may not be able to see a certain color at all, but most times they don't see it like we do. But maybe we'll do that in another episode.
Another discussion.
So color vision, visual acuity, that's seeing well.
Yeah.
So by the 1 month, a child can see a parent's face.
The parents,
When they smile, it smiles back to 3 months. That's just resolving and seeing things clearly. Color vision, what we call the ocular motility, the movement of the eyes well.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I just got a message from a parent.
Okay.
She said, when I saw the eye crossing thing in my baby under 3 months, I was so alarmed.
I can imagine. She would call any doctor on her contact.
Oh my God.
What's happening to my eye, my child's eye? No,
Right.
it's normal because the muscles are still, you remember we learned about the muscles,
Yeah.
The muscles are still being formed and they are strengthening. And again, the eye-brain coordination, they are learning.
Right.
Yes, they are learning how to see. So it's normal, it's kind of okay.
Right. So, Doc, what are we supposed to do to protect a child's eye?
Okay.
Because they are children and we are the adults, or say the parents. So what are we supposed to do to protect the child's eye?
This is a very broad thing. I'll try and there's a lot to do, but first of all, you just need to, your posture or way of thinking regarding your child's vision. Prioritize it, the first thing. Prioritize it. Make sure, when your child tells you, my eyes are paining,
Okay.
take it seriously. I can't see. Take it seriously. Most times, most parents would think that the child just wants glasses to wear because his friend in school is wearing glasses. Maybe that is so, but maybe he realized that his friend can see with their glasses and he cannot see. So he's telling you, I want glasses. It's not necessarily to play with them. Yes, of course, some will play about it. Yeah, I had some parents yesterday, I told them I'll say this, who brought their son and two ladies. They brought their son and they were just wishing that he wouldn't need to wear glasses.
Yeah,
but it turns out the young man was right. He kept insisting, I can't see, I want glasses. I checked and that was exactly what he needed. They saw it. So if you're a parent and your child is saying something or complaining, please listen to your child. Number two, if the teachers of your child tell you something, teachers are they are very observant.
Yeah.
They may know the children in these days even better than the parents.
Better than the parents, because they spend more time with them.
They spend more time and they're able to tell the habits and all. If your child, your child's teacher, tells you that your child is not seeing properly, perhaps you should get an eye check, take it seriously. Take it seriously. There are two girls I saw, and these two girls cannot, Christy, I think to where you are is where one of them sees. The other may see to, okay, maybe where the camera is, but just to where you are. And these children are now like 11 and maybe 9. And they have been telling their mother, Mommy, we can't see. So you can imagine how long they have said this. Wow. Whatever they are teaching in school.
They probably, if they're sitting on the back, they can't see the board.
So you are paying school fees, but because the child is not learning. So we really need to prioritize. Some people just come for an eye check. Their child is not doing well in school. After the eye exam, if something is seen and we give maybe glasses or whatever aid, eye drops, the next term the child just has better grades. Not because the child is learning more, but because the child can now see
and understand,
participate, understand, yes, and get more confidence in what is happening. So the parents really need to be aware, prioritize, and do the eye checks. But then at home, there are other things parents can also do. You can child-proof the place a bit. You know how children are. They touch anything and everything. So if you have sharp objects around, please put them well away.
Yeah.
If you have some chemicals, put them away. Make sure that the environment is safe enough for the child, because children will always play. That's how they learn, they grow. So make sure you child-proof the place so that you prevent accidents and all of that. In case there is an accident, for example, the child, let's say a chemical gets into the child's eye. This is what I advise, and this advice even cuts across all ages. Some chemical, there is one drop, I have forgotten the name. It's not an eye drop. It's for the water, to help purify water. It's just like an eye drop. Those who have seen it will know what I'm talking about. If you're not careful, even you an adult, and you mix it up with your eye drops, you may use it on your eye, and it's very dangerous. As soon as chemical spills in the eye, any kind of chemical, please go straight and look for water. Before you even think of coming to the doctor, rinse it a lot, copiously, 10 to 15 minutes, just under running tap water, or get fetch
Yeah,
water in a
and just
container
pour
and
it,
just
yeah.
pour it into the eye before you now think of coming to the eye hospital or the eye clinic to see the professional. The reason is this. Some of them may be acid or basic and D or alkaline. These ones will eat into the eye whilst you are waiting. So if you don't wash it out and you are coming to the hospital, you keep having the damage going. The damage may be too much. So wash it out a lot, as much as you can, before you bring them to us. Yeah. So that's one very important thing. The next thing, preventive-wise, children can also have like protective glasses.
Yeah.
This is for
Sunglasses,
sight.
right?
Yes, sunglasses are one.
Okay.
Apart from sunglasses, okay, modern children, you have the computer for
The
the
iPad,
screen.
the this, the that, the phone, the everything. There's
Yes.
plenty screens around these kids.
I would advise parents, again, we've talked about digital eye strain, but for
Yeah.
children, I want to just re-emphasize, please keep your children away from the screens as much as possible. If need be, at most 2 hours a day.
Because right now, I think there's been a report that shows that we, even as adults, are doing more than 8 hours.
Oh, far more.
Yes.
Yes, because
on screen time.
From the TV
phone,
to the phone
yeah.
to the work computer, back to the phone.
I checked mine one time. Oh my God!
Tell me what it
I
was.
was so surprised. It was more than 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Yes, on the screen, and it was usually on social media.
On social
so what I had
media.
to do was put like a time lock on everything. So everything I just put like for 2 hours. So I just tried to manage those. So
Are you sure you're able to?
I
or
tried.
You override it?
No, so the days I override, the day
Yeah.
I saw that I was going to override it, I had to delete some apps.
Okay.
Because it was just too
because
much.
it was
Yeah.
like you were sort of addicted.
Yeah, so it was just too much. So I was like, okay, then maybe I just do those ones on the laptop. So when I'm working, I could just pass through with the laptop.
Okay.
But
it's much healthy for the
It-
eye.
it's bad.
And even for your person.
Yeah.
It's much healthier because children are now more social media and less human-to-human interactions, and it's affecting the way society is running.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary to the extent I have to tell my child, don't you have any friend you can go and sleep in their house? You people don't do sleepover. No, this generation, I'm like, people don't
He
do.
prefers being on the
My God.
on the internet.
Because during those times when I was younger, I visit friends, people are coming to the house, they are sleeping in my house, I'm sleeping in their house. Something like
you work, you do things, you
the
play
children
together.
are all alone.
Yeah. So this one other issue, we are being more individualistic. But even more to the protection, we can also get the protective eyewear.
Yeah.
There's also those for sports or certain, should I call them dangerous play?
Yeah.
He's playing with chemicals or whatever it is. You can get goggles.
Yeah.
He's playing football or some other sports, that's tennis, whatever it is. We have glasses that have, where the lens material itself is harder,
thick, yeah.
impact resistant. There are different kinds of those, the Trivex, the polycarbonates, the MR8.
And they have the thing to hold it.
Yes, to hold it together so it doesn't easily fall. Those are other ways we can also protect our child's eyes. There are sports glasses. So if your child already wears glasses, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're afraid they may break that main glass because they may fall off, you can go back to the optometrist
And get the sports one.
Get a sports one, and then we'll take care of that for you. We'll give you the sports one with the harder glass so that it's impact resistant.
Yeah. I think I've seen those ones before.
Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. But are there any foods that affect children's eyes?
Oh, this is I'm glad you even asked this question. I would have forgotten. Because children are growing, they need good nutrition.
What is good nutrition? No, I'm saying because a lot of people think good nutrition is just eating.
That's why I'm
So what is
laughing. I
good
mean, in
nutrition?
Ghana, if you ask, are you eating well?
yes.
I can clear 2 bowls of banku.
yeah.
It means the appetite is intact. Eating well is usually equated to appetite. We're talking about a healthy, balanced diet.
Right.
Yes, a healthy, balanced diet. For the eye especially, there are certain vitamins and minerals that are a little more high priority, like vitamin A. Vitamin A is very good for surface, or what we call the epithelium formation, skin. The eye too needs very good vitamin A for the surface to form well, for the retina, the back to form well. Yes, the part where light falls on the retina. one of the most important parts. The eye needs vitamin A. In the same way, you need what we call, I'll mention some few names, lutein, zeaxanthin, all these things you can actually, and some carotenoids. You actually get them.
Carotenoids in carrots?
Yes, carrots. Okay. That's, carotenoids, So these are found in dark green leafy vegetables.
Consommé.
Good.
Spinach?
Yes, spinach. And then the
nunum, there's this one called nunum. It's like a basil.
So long as it's dark green leafy, it's good.
It's good.
And there's some of in the north. I am northern. There's this one we call swaka as well.
Is it like a yo-yo?
No.
Okay.
Swaka is one. I mean, children sometimes don't like it. I mean, it can be a bit bitter, but it's very nutritious.
It's
Moringa.
Like, yeah. Is it like boma?
What is boma? I'm not
That's
sure.
That's the Ewe people.
But yes, you see, as soon as you said Ewe, I saw green okra soup. Very healthy.
With ademe.
Yes, very healthy.
Yeah.
Fruits, veggies.
Yeah.
Fruits, veggies, and then these vitamins. Vitamin C, they're all very good for the eye. So if you don't get good nutrition, it actually affects the way you see.
Right.
And there's this thing that people say, if you eat gari, will it affect your eye?
Yes. If you eat gari, will it affect your eye?
Okay, first.
Because people say, like when someone says, oh, my eyes, but you've been chopping gari.
Yeah, and they say gari is not good for your eye. Well, to be honest, I've not seen any research that says that gari is bad for the eye.
Yeah.
But talking scientifically, gari does have these chemicals in them. Oh my. It's at the tip, my fingertips is just gone off. But not the gari per se, the cassava that is used to make it. I'll try and remember it just as we go. But this cassava, after it's processed and dried, especially the drying process, dried well enough, you get, I mean, most of these go out. Gari is generally safe to eat. The only thing is this. If you are eating too much gari, maybe because of poverty, and then you are not eating other good foods, your eyesight will go bad.
Right.
Yes. But if you are eating well, when I say well again, I mean you are eating a good diet with all the nutrients that you need, eating gari will not do anything much to you.
Right. What about supplementing?
Supplementing like...
if you're using supplements for kids, does that work too?
If
you can't get
why would a kid take supplements when he can get it from the natural sources? There's a reason why we take supplements. One of the reasons is that we don't get the food we need with the nutrients there, or the gut, I mean the body is not able to digest whatever it is or the same body is not able to absorb. There's digestion, there's absorption. So some of those things will be one of the reasons why we take supplements. Supplements are generally good, but the people who do supplements, the various companies that will do supplements, will go through their safety testing and all of that. Most of the times, they wouldn't include children in the trials.
Right.
Yes, yes, if a child takes supplements, I don't expect any problem, but I would discourage it. I would prefer that the child eats from the natural source much.
Right. Okay. All right. So, Doc, before we go, what's your tip of the day?
Okay, so small eyes, big futures. Parents need to really take good responsibility and take good care of their children's eyes. So they have small eyes, but their futures are very big and bright.
I like that one. But Doctor, thank you for that. But where can people reach out to you in case they want to? I mean, somebody must have watched the show and say, "Oh, I want to come to your hospital and then check my eye."
Okay, so I'll give a number. So you can call our call center at 059 692 0674. 059 692 0674. You can also message me on my social media handles. I am August Derry on Instagram and on TikTok. On Facebook, you get me at Augustine Derry.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Augustine Derry.
You're welcome.
He's an optometrist at the Third Eye Care and Vision Center. He is also a GOA 2024 Best Optometrist and Fellow of the American Academy of Optometry and works with Third Eye Care and Vision Center. And he was the doctor in the house. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Doctor in the House. Hope to catch you next week, same time, right here. My name is Chris Carter.
On Footprints this Friday, we sit down with Dr. Ninaku Queno, the Ghanaian scientist and engineer widely recognized as the father of the internet in Africa. He takes us through his educational journey and shares how he helped expand and shape the growth of the internet across the continent.
A level, you had physics A, mathematics A, applied maths A, and then chemistry B.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, really the person who helped a lot was more like Rollins than many people.
Rollins?
Yeah.
With policy direction?
Policy direction, meaning that he said, and Mr. Pepra was the minister then, and he said, this is value-added service.
Yeah.
So while we are going to change the regulation, we can still proceed.
What do you make of generative AI and the way it's invaded every space?
Oh, me, I think it's good and healthy.
It's good?
It's good. It's supposed to be disruptive. The internet was disruptive, but people found their way, isn't it?
That's correct.
So this one too will be disruptive. The things which, can best be done by AI will be done by AI. There's another element coming after the AI, which has to do with being able to solve certain kinds of problems much quicker.
Wow.
Than we could solve them today.
So beyond AI, there's quantum.
There's quantum computing and communication.
Quantum computing is coming. So if you thought that AI was an explosion, wait till you hear about it.
In fact, AI needs quantum.
Footprints airs on Fridays at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Come in. When the Masola passes by, buy some for me, okay? I've asked her to be coming every day.
Uncle Bryce, I think you're referring to me.
Yes, you, of course.
Okay, let's pray. Never mind. Amen. Hey! Hey! Heaven save us!
Mawatsa!
The Blacksins airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, and Everpack on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Grateful that he stayed with us here on Breakfast Daily. That was an interesting conversation that Chris Carter had there with the doctor talking about our eyes. You need to take very good charge of your eyes and very good care of your eyes. But now let's talk about film. And we are going to talk about the eyes of Ghana. We'll get to know exactly what it's about. In studio is Anita Afono, who is a filmmaker and a writer, and she'll tell us what exactly this particular The Eyes of Ghana event is about, and the entire show that we're going to have at the National Theatre is about. Anita, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Okay. I mean, a bit nervous. I typically don't.
But you're a filmmaker, so how are you nervous?
Because I'm usually behind the camera
cameras.
And making other people
Good.
nervous.
So today you're in front of the camera.
Yes.
So let's have a conversation. The Eyes of Ghana, what's it about?
So The Eyes of Ghana is a documentary film about Chris Hesse. Chris Hesse is 93 now. He was Kwame Nkrumah's cameraman from the 50s up until the coup.
Oh, wow.
He filmed a period in Ghana's history that I think is incredibly important. Currently, his vision is not very good and he's racing to save the films that he shot of Nkrumah and the history of Ghana. And these films are kept in vaults in London. They've not been digitized. So they are still in nitrate format, and it's a film that is a love letter to cinema.
Oh,
and
wow.
I promise you, when you come to the screening, you would love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you going to show these films? How many of them will you be showing that day? Or when it comes to the documentary that they are showing on Chris Hesse?
So the amount of footage itself from the films Chris shot contribute to maybe just about 13 to 15% of the film.
Oh, wow.
You will get to see some of the films Chris Hesse shot. And for me, it's so important because all the material I tend to see of Nkrumah are him giving speeches and, revolution and Africa must,
Africa must unite and all that, yeah.
But
must
you
rise
get
and
to
all that.
see the human side of Nkrumah.
Okay.
You get to see Nkrumah looking awkward. You get to see Nkrumah being a little boy, like being playful and playing with kids.
Wow.
And that's the kind of image I didn't get to see. And when you come to see the film, you will be stunned by just how much of a human Nkrumah was, but also the fact that we have a lot of history that hasn't quite been shared.
I'm even interested now, so that I'll come and see the film. When exactly is this happening in the venue?
It's showing on April 16th at the National Theatre, 6 p.m. and 18th April at the City Conference Center at the University of Ghana.
Oh,
and they're all free events,
okay.
2 screenings.
2 screenings?
Yes.
Why the decision to do 2 screenings? You could have just done at the National Theatre.
Well, we imagine that people would love to come. We want the University of Ghana is a very important place. We would want the students to be able to see this. I used to be a student at some point. And also the National Theatre is quite central to in the city. So we just want to be able to capitalize on proximity and have people come see it.
I like the fact that it's free.
Yeah.
But why did you make it free?
We made it free because Guineans, it's an ode to Nkrumah. And I think Nkrumah would want people to see this at no cost.
True.
Yeah.
True. Interesting. Anyway, that's interesting. So on the 16th and 18th,
April, yes.
we should meet you at the National Theatre.
Yes.
And also at the
City Conference Center at the University
of Ghana. Exactly 6
and 5 p.m.
6. So which one is the 5? Which one is the 6?
5 p.m. is University of Ghana. 6 p.m. is National Theatre.
National Theatre.
Yes.
Anyway, so any final words you want to share with us before you take leave?
I promise it's a great film.
Yeah. Well, is this the first time you are in front of the camera?
Not quite, no.
This is not the first time.
No.
Your voice be shooting us and also filming us behind, and today she's in front of the camera. And for how long have you been a filmmaker?
Going on 15 years, or a little over 15 years.
How is it like being a filmmaker?
It's a precarious life. I went to film school at National Film and Television Institute, NAFTI.
NAFTI, yeah.
I graduated in 2010, and I made my first film in 2011.
Beautiful.
It's the life of a starving artist, and I am a starving artist.
Beautiful. Anita Afodi, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
She's a filmmaker and a writer, and she's telling us about the Eyes of Ghana, and that has to do about Chris Hesse, who actually filmed the first president of the Republic, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and this is happening on the 16th and 18th of April 2026 at the National Theatre and the City Conference Center at the University of Ghana, and both events are free, so make sure that you make time and go and see this documentary of Chris Hesse. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you for having me.
And stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. We'll be back with sports on the show. And that is it. I'm grateful that you still stay with us here on the Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We told you that after the break, we will bring you sport. And it's in studio.
Yes. Philip.
What do you have for us?
Wait, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Are you going straight to the sports? Where have you been?
Oh, yes, I was attending to some personal matters.
And we are happy about those personal matters.
Yeah, some personal matters.
Chris is doing there.
Yo, it's my guy.
Yeah, some personal matters. So we had to step away for a while.
Yeah.
But we are done with that. So we're making progress.
Okay. So what do you have for us?
Oh yes, with sports. I mean, the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal games, the first leg of the quarterfinal games took place on Wednesday and on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, you had the likes of Real Madrid losing to Bayern Munich by 2-1. And then yesterday or last night, 2 more games also took place. 2 very big games. You had Atletico Madrid moving all the way to Barcelona to beat them by 2-0 at the Camp Nou. And then in France, you had Paris Saint-Germain, who are the defending UEFA Champions League winners. They ended up beating Liverpool by 2-0 in France. And so, that was the wrap-up on the UEFA Champions League. And the fallout has already started. I'm looking at the way the English press, they are attacking Liverpool and their head coach, Arne Slot, regarding the results and regarding the performance. They are not happy at all. And it looks increasingly clear that Arne Slot will get sacked at the end of the season.
Liverpool not the force.
Yeah, they're not the force. Because they are the defending EPL champions. Yeah. They are the defending EPL champions. But now they are outside. They are definitely not winning the Premier League title. That's between Arsenal and Man City. Yeah. Even their chances of qualifying to the Champions League next season is even under threat. They are no longer competing in the FA Cup. Because they lost by 4-0 to Manchester City. The Carabao Cup, yes, we know that Manchester City won it. And so it's just the UEFA Champions League that offers them a chance to win a title at the end of the season. And per what we saw last night regarding the performance and regarding the results, it's quite difficult to see Liverpool progressing in the Champions League and potentially winning it and potentially saving Arne Slot's job because PSG have a 2-goal lead heading into the second leg next week. I don't see Liverpool being able to score 3 goals without conceding a goal. That's the issue. If they concede, then the chances of PSG qualifying are high. And at this point, that's how it seems like and it looks like. And so, Liverpool are in a very difficult position.
Difficult position it is.
Yeah, difficult position. And for FC Barcelona, it is the same because they also lost by 2-0 at home. Last night, their young defender, Pau Kubasi, he got red carded. And the foul that got him red carded eventually led to Atletico Madrid getting their first goal through Julian Alvarez, and it was a brilliant free kick. You should watch that free kick that Julian Alvarez scored. It was out of this world, top level stuff. And on top of that, you had Alexander Sørloth scoring the second for Atletico Madrid, and so pretty much that sealed the first leg of that particular tie. And so in the second leg, it's going to be very difficult for Barcelona to score as many goals as possible without conceding. That's the main issue. And at this point, it looks very likely that Atletico Madrid and PSG will qualify to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Now, from moving away from Europe, now let's come home to Ghana. And when it comes to Ghana and everything connected to Ghana football, it's all about the Black Stars and the Black Stars head coaching job. And yesterday, we had the Minister of Sports. The sports minister.
Saying that by Monday.
He delivered the deadline by Monday. A new head coach for the Black Stars will be named. I mean, coming from the minister, I'll take his word.
Because we have about 63 days more for the World Cup.
I mean, that's the thing. And you know me, I was always saying that Otto Addo should have been sacked as soon as we qualified for the World Cup. But they delayed, and now we are at this point where, they sacked him, but
Seems like you foresaw the future.
It's a bit too late for me at this point. But at the end of the day, they've done it, and that's the most important thing. I won't overly be concerned or overly be worried about the timing. I mean, they should have sacked him. They delayed a little bit, but eventually they've sacked him. So let's make progress. And making progress is the appointment of the next head coach of the Black Stars. And now the three names that have been well publicized is Paulo Bento, Carlos Queiroz, and Fernando Santos. All three are Portuguese. All three are Portuguese, and all three are very experienced. Paulo Bento, he led South Korea at the last World Cup.
Okay.
So Ghana played against Paulo Bento,
South Korea.
Ghana eventually beat South Korea, but some way, somehow, South Korea ended up qualifying to the next round, but Ghana couldn't qualify. Carlos Queiroz, experienced manager, former assistant coach of Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson. He has coached Iran to the World Cup. He was the head coach for Egypt at the 2021 AFCON. He led them to the final, and they lost to Senegal.
Yeah.
And so these guys are very experienced. And on top of that, you have Fernando Santos. For all of Portugal's glory, they had not won an international tournament before 2016.
But do you know Ghana will be facing Portugal?
No, I mean, no, we won't be facing Portugal. It's England, Panama.
Okay.
Yeah, Panama.
So
yeah, it's England, Panama, and Croatia. So for all of Portugal's rich history in football, they had not won a title, a grand major title, up until 2016.
Okay, so it came and like Ghana faced Portugal in the
2022 World Cup. Yes, up until 2016, where Fernando Santos led Portugal to win the 2016 European Championship. And they followed it up by winning the UEFA Nations League. And so all three are quite accomplished. And so if any ends up being the head coach for the Black Stars, I think it will be an upgrade on what we had in Otuado.
But was he their coach for Portugal in the 2022 World Cup?
2022 World Cup, yes, he was the head coach. And it was after the 2022 World Cup that he left. Then he went to coach in Besiktas in Turkish club.
But where did Portugal get in the 2022
World Cup? Portugal.
They didn't get to quarterfinals?
They didn't get to the quarterfinals. Okay. My memory is a bit shaky on that one, but I know they didn't get to the quarterfinals.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. And yeah, after Portugal, he went to coach in Turkey, coached Besiktas, the Turkish league, and recently he was the head coach for Azerbaijan. And so, yeah, these guys are quite experienced, and they've been around for a while. And on top of that, like I said, they are an overall upgrade on Otuado, what we had before, and even quite a number of head coaches that we had in recent times, because you look at Milovan Rajvac, you look at Otuado, you look at CK Akono, these guys, Chris Hughton. Chris Hughton was quite accomplished on the club side. I mean, he was the head coach for Brighton and Hove Albion in the EPL. But on the national team front, he wasn't experienced. Yeah. So, but so you look at it from that angle. Yeah, you consider this as an upgrade. But these guys, from a national team experience or from a national team background, they have that experience. And on top of that, they also have some club football background, because, like I said, Carlos Queiroz was the assistant manager under Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United.
Yeah.
All those years back. And on top of that, he also have Fernando Santos, as I mentioned. He coached several Portuguese clubs, including FC Porto, led them to win the Portuguese league. And then he recently started coaching.
So out of the three names that are out there, ahead of the Monday declaration or
Monday deadline,
that the name will be mentioned, who will you give it to?
I would definitely not give it to Paulo Bento. I think I'll give it to Carlos Queiroz.
Why?
I think he's a bit more in tune with a little bit malleable, especially in connection to Fernando Santos. I think Fernando Santos is a bit too stiff and a bit too old school for my liking. If he gets the job, I'm okay with it. But I think Carlos Queiroz is a bit more open to change and a little bit more open to quick adaptations, a bit more than Fernando Santos. But what I really like is that all three are Portuguese and all three are defensive-minded coaches. So what that means is that we clearly have an identity, something that we didn't have under Otto Addo, something that was promised under Chris Hughton but never delivered, because Chris Hughton is also a defensive-minded coach. But when you looked at the Black Stars under his during his time as head coach, Ghana was conceding left, right, center. You remember the infamous Richard Ofori went to touch the ball and we considered a corner kick. We had a 2-goal lead as at the 89th minute, but by the 94th minute we are thrown away the 2-goal lead. And if you're a defensive-minded head coach, how is it that you cannot get your team to be organized to be able to defend a 2-goal lead? So in that sense, you cannot be the head coach.
So in this case, when we solve the head coach problem, are we good to go for the World Cup? And looking at the way things are going, we can get somewhere.
I mean, I wouldn't say we are
exiting in the group stages.
I wouldn't say we will be good, because there are several issues that need to be solved. For instance, the chemistry of the team, our goal scoring issues, midfield, who's the right pair? Who's the right partner for Thomas Partey? Who are the right choices for the fullbacks? We are not there yet, but I mean, once you get the coach in place, that will set the tone for us to be able to address these issues. So yeah, I would love to see, per the choices that we have, I would love to see Carlos Queiroz get the job, because at the end of the day, we are solving an issue, as in the identity of the team. We are a defensive-minded team, so let's say we play a lot of counter-attacking football. We defend deep. We lob the ball forward for our fast attackers to attack it. Kamal Dean, very speedy. Iñaki Williams, very speedy. Antoine Semenyo, very speedy. And he loves to run with the ball. So you play to the strength.
Jordan should release the ball.
Exactly. He should release the ball. So in that sense, that's one of the things I'll be looking forward to the coach doing. Okay, you are a defensive-minded head coach. We'll be relying a lot more on counter-attacks. So if someone is preventing that from happening, what are you going to do about it? Are you benching him?
But you can't bench Jordan.
You can bench Jordan. I mean,
and who replaces him?
I mean, there are several options. You don't necessarily need to hold up the ball. You can bring on Jordan. Are you off the bench when you have a lead and you want to protect it? Then he can do his thing where he holds up play, he wins fouls, and he just slows down the pace of the game, and you manage the game. In that sense, that's what coaching is about. If you are not able to do that, then I'm sorry, then Ghana won't do anything at the World Cup.
Our time is up. Like, we will talk more. Charlie said, the sports minister said, if the day is brought on, it's not bad though. But anyway,
I mean, that's his opinion. That's his opinion. It will all live on the head coach.
On the head coach.
What he says will be what we will go with.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'm hoping that he doesn't call on the Dayu. I mean, seriously.
It's okay.
We are in 2026 and we are talking about the Dayu.
It's okay. It's okay. Come on. It's okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's how we end today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. We started with Nana Tufo-Boateng. I am Philip Nilate.
And my name is Chris Carter. Thank you for staying tuned and see you tomorrow.